Cafe. Take a sip of nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah!
My friends, and welcome to Otalku Cafe. It is basically our penultimate winter season, the U-Bell Hour for Best Girls, the Employee of the Week. I am Matt, your CEO, your head chef, and to join me, my other CEO, Ethan. How you doing, buddy?
I'm tired, bro. I binged all this anime in literally a week. I binged all 17 that I could, or 18 that were available to me. I fucking binged them.
But what do you call it? We definitely have a lot to talk about. A lot of news because Anime Japan happened, and a lot of announcements and a lot of release dates. So we got a lot of those. We saw the Rascal double feature, but we'll be talking about that on Wednesday. We do have a lot of shows to cover, so we're gonna go lightning around, baby. We're gonna go. We are smaller now.
Yes, indeed. As I'm trying to finagle so we can get ourselves more like something more like I want.
Just have me there and you there. Let's let you Bell take the whole screen.
Yeah, I just see if I move it here, it's just gonna block. That sucks.
It's weird.
I don't like it. No me gusta.
No me gusta. But what you call it? So much. We're excited for this. It's gonna be. It might be a little bit long. We will try our best. You ready for some news? All the good news that we received.
Forever and always, my buddy.
Forever and always. Okay. The manga Mono is receiving a TV anime adaptation. The novel Give It All is getting an anime movie. The Ice Skating anime medalist is official for winter 2025. Dahlia in Bloom is official for summer 2024. The Overlord movie, The Sacred Kingdom, is official for fall 2024 in Japan. We don't know when we are going to get it. We will see. The creator of the Summertime Render manga is beginning a brand new manga called Ghost Fixers. So that is going to be interesting. I am looking forward to that one. Mappa is producing a new original TV anime called Zenshu, and it's about an anime art director. Overworked. You know, like Mappa Studios.
Underpaid, underappreciated.
Yeah, basically, she's never been in love before. She's animating a rom-com movie type of thing. Doesn't know about love. She'll learn all this while being stressed out as an anime art director. So the ball is on Mappa. I didn't know they were going to make a documentary. No release date for that, but I'm sure we'll get it maybe later on in the year. Chain Soldier is official for season 2.
Woo!
After the finale of season 1, so hooray there. High Card is not getting a season 3, but is getting a special episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know when we are getting that. It looks like it's going to be like the actual sequel, and maybe that'll be the actual end if that is indeed the end. Sasaki and Peeps is official for season 2. The visual novel game Atri, My Dear Moments is official for summer 2024 as that really cool underwater poster we saw.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a tearjerker probably from what I have read about the game.
Mm.
Undead Unluck is going to get news on the future of the show in August 1st. The Grim Variations is official on Netflix worldwide, April 17th, 6 episodes, so I am definitely going to be watching that.
Mm.
Time Patrol Bond is going to be streaming on Netflix on May 2nd. Hold on. Seven Deadly Sins, Four Nights of the Apocalypse is officially getting a season 2. Netflix is producing Hamabaki and Kengan Ashura, the anime movie.
That, I'm not gonna shit on that. Honestly, I'm not gonna shit on it. I think that's not a bad idea.
Who you watch both of these, right?
I've not caught up on them, but I've seen both.
I would say who do you have winning?
Oh, Kengan.
Kengan, okay.
Kengan all day.
All day. Code Geass Rose of the Recapture is going to be exclusive worldwide in June 2024 on Disney Plus or Hulu. So more Code Geass there. Demon Lord 2099 is official for fall 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Trillion Game is official for fall 2024. Same with Our Last Crusade or Rise of a New World Season 2. Blue Box, official for fall 2024, along with the new Prince of Tennis U17 World Cup semifinal. Tales of the Wetter Rains is officially getting a Season 2.
Yay.
As well as Apothecary Diaries, set to air in 2025. Yes, indeed. Yes, yay. Oshi no Ko Season 2 is official for summer 2024.
Just keep adding on, dude.
Yes. And ReZero Season 3 is official for fall 2024.
Wasn't it summer? They had switched it to summer, did they not?
They didn't have a date.
They didn't have a date. Okay.
Didn't have a date at all.
Okay.
It just said 2024. Just didn't know where yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Love Between Twins is indivisible. Announced production staff. We don't care about that. What else do we have? Hold on. Tis Time for Torture Princess is getting a season 2 as well. We talked about the high card. We talked about that. And that will do it for us.
All right.
That was the last official thing. No Frieren season 2 yet, but we will get to that when we get to it later.
Hopeful fucking way. I still can't get this damn thing going.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. Your bell's still in the background. We still got the pit.
Yeah, no, but still.
That works too. We see Oliver.
Yeah.
And the logo's on the other side.
Yeah, I was trying to finagle it, but I just can't get us in the corner. I want to make us bigger. It's like Ubel's the star of the fucking show, and then we're just
she is. She is the star. Forever.
I do this shit. Oh, wrong way. There you go.
But anyway, you have some shows to talk about.
I do. What do we have that we? I mean, all this shit basically can be fucking over at this stage. I guess we're tied now, right? 5 and 5 by definition.
Yes.
All right, I'll start. Fine. I'll start.
Yes.
To be frank, I don't remember much what happened on fucking what's it called, on Ragnar Crimson, because I don't thread it, so it's like fuck. I know it was good. It was definitely a good show. I just don't remember much that happened. The only thing that really stands out for me for Ragna Crimson is the fact that Ragna and Walter Kami continue their battle, and basically they're in fucking space now, and that shit was just preposterous. They're literally fighting in fucking space, and basically Ragna gets the upper edge due to his stamina, and then Walter Kami, he basically uses like this hidden power. I remember a good bulk of it. So basically, the battle goes on between them, and Walter Kami, as he's summoning this power, he gets a flashback basically to the first time. I think it was either him. No, it wasn't him. Never mind. Let's back up. Let me back up and tell this right. Basically, they kill the elder that was holding the barrier. So the barrier is broken, and then also because of this, one of Crimson's like subordinates, the snake takes its actual human-esque form and is the one that uses like some god level power that destroys the barrier and basically cuts like everything in sight. So that's how he's able to kill the elder one shot. And then he also basically cuts off like one of like Crimson's arms and one of Crimson's legs. And so Crimson is like, or both of her legs, I don't know, its legs, his legs, whatever the fuck gender Crimson is at this stage. So she's like, they're dragging themselves, and literally like the what's it called? Damn it, the Monarch, Ultimatia, she's on death's door. She is literally on death's door. The people, I guess what's left of the army forces attack her, and she's able to shake them off. And she's at death's door. She calls out Walter Kami, like name, like just mad loud. And again, she's calling out super loud, and he's in fucking space battling Ragna. So that shit was kind of absurd. And then fucking literally, Walter Kami decides at this point, because he's losing to Ragna, he's like, I'm going to pull out my ultimate power. So he pulls out the ultimate power, and then there's a flashback between Walter Kami and Ultimatia. And basically, Ultimatia, as we see, used to be part of the church, but she was a little bit different from the church because basically, as we mentioned in previous episodes, the church has like these all like they all look the same, these basically clones, and they're basically timekeepers of time, so they can revert time to fix injuries, things of that nature. And they're aware of like, this is my job, I have to heal people, I have to serve people, I use my time magic to do that. And then eventually when I use too much time magic on a big thing or like over a period of time, I die. And it's not a big deal if I die because there's a bunch of clones of me. But this one is a little bit different. She thinks like, like, what am I doing? Like, this is like all kind of fucked up. And by chance, she meets Walter Kami when Walter Kami just on a whim bursts through their fucking like fortress and kills a bunch of them. And they have a conversation back and forth. It's kind of like, because Walter Kami is a child at this age. So it's a petulant child talking to an angry, fucking scornful woman. And basically the two of them in that moment kind of decide to team up, because again, this woman breaks away from the natural character of what her like progenitor is, so it's peculiar from that standpoint that again, normally they're just like, oh, they're nice, they're kind, they accept things for what they are, but this one's like, no, I'm pissed off, like I don't want to do this shit anymore, I'm tired of dealing with this bullshit. So she and Walter Kami link up, and they end up being the ones that form a connection in this dragon world, or however it goes about from that perspective. And so basically Walter Kami pulls out this power. It's a giant fucking like blinding light that destroys more shit around the battlefield. And then basically we're going to get the final battle between Ragna and Walter Kami, and then we'll see what happens with Ultimatia and Crimson, because there's a shot where Crimson is about to eat, I guess, one of the like dragons, and Crimson calls out for Slime, and Slime is like, come over here and bring the body too, of one of the characters. And I know Starman's super pissed off. I'm not doing one of his favorite shows justice, but it's hard to explain really from that standpoint. But nonetheless, should be an interesting finale from that perspective. Moving on, I'll go with, which one is my next one? Tsukimichi season 2. That one hasn't finished yet. Tsukimichi, relatively solid. Give me a second to pull up what the description was. Tsukimichi Choto Mate Kurasai.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it had a few small stories this episode. The first story is Makoto basically making friends with the non-invasive animals. If you recall last week, I had mentioned about how like some, I guess, forest creatures noticed his mana and were like, oh, he might be a threat. So they basically attack one of his, like, I guess, subordinates or like people that live in the demiplane. So Makoto is like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna go find out what's up myself. So he goes in and he's able to take care of this giant bear. Like, it's a big bear. He takes care of it, no problem. And then a bunch of wolves come over ready to attack him. And he's like, no, I'm your friends. I don't want to fight you. I don't want to kill you. Like, let's just talk. Let's be friends. And so they're like, what do you mean? Like, friends? Like, you're like supposed to be big and bad because you have all this mana. He's like, no. He's like, you're good. This is your forest. We won't intrude on you. Just don't kill us and we won't kill you. Like, we're good. Let's just be homies. We live next to each other. You're our neighbors. And so they're like, all right, well, if you insist. And then a giant, like, you remember the bear from fucking To Your Eternity? That size bear? Yeah, that size bear came out. And he's like, oh, how interesting. Let's be friends. All right, let's be friends. And like, we'll let the great flying one know. And they're like, huh, the great flying one? Later on, during that sequence, we see a humongous, bald-looking eagle. And he's like, I'm the one that watches over the skies. And so let's be friends. And he's like, oh, I'm like the boulder bird. They call him the boulder bird. And he's like, I've heard of all these different birds, like rock bird, like stone bird. And so then he's like, I have one request for us to be friends. And Makoto's like, okay, like, what's your request? He's like, can you call me a rock bird? I like that nickname. He's like, all right, rock bird. He's like, all right, thank you, bye. And he fucks off. All right, and all is well from that perspective. The second story that came out of that is basically the students, a couple of the main students whose names I forget. They met up for dinner and they talk about their past and things of that nature, and they give good stories of what it is. And basically they come to agreement that before summer break is over, we want to kill an arc dragon. And so they let Makoto know, like, hey, your students want to kill an arc dragon. And he's like, yeah, you know what? Team camaraderie, team unity. I have, and Shiki's like, hey, I have no like qualms with this. At their level, they should be able to take care of one, no problem, amongst themselves. And so Makoto's like, okay, no problem. But it's weird because there's a horde of them near where they found the one. And he's like, okay, well, why is there a horde? He's like, Shiki, come with me. Let's go investigate. And they go investigate and they see some sort of sacrificial like location. Shiki finds one, Makoto finds one, and they're like, all right, well, let's keep the investigation going. I'm going to kill all the dragons except one. I'll teleport that one so they can kill it. And then Shiki, you tell me what you find. So Makoto goes, kills all the dragons, teleports one in particular so the students can kill it. And then Shiki goes and he ends up finding like a cave, and he finds like some insurrectionists in the cave. He kills all of them, but he doesn't get any real information, and some of them escape with like some sort of chest or some bullshit or another. So there's a little bit of a mystery to be had from that perspective. But what they did do in this, I guess you can call it a first half finale, is that because again, this is a continuation that goes into spring. They introduced a new character because one of the stories that the male student said in particular, he mentioned that he wants to go back to his village and he wants to find the woman who he hurt, his first love. And basically they describe her as like this freak of nature that would kill anything. Like she, a little bit like Yubel, like she enjoys like the fighting and the killing. And
Right.
they had a battle one time and she just went berserk on this fucking mammoth fucking monster that should have like easily killed her, but she goes batshit insane and fucking kills it. And the guy is like, you're a monster yourself. And like something clicks in her and she just drops her sword and just fucks off, and we never see her again. So he wants to see her apologize to her. Meanwhile, while he's telling this story, the same girl arrives with a comrade of hers and was just like, oh, I came here once. I slayed like the keeper of this house, whatever, and it looks like a mage. And the comrade is like, oh, that should have been a problem for you. She's like, nah, it wasn't a problem. And he's like, yeah, come to think of it, I had a companion back then. Oh well, it doesn't matter. And they're basically gonna. It sounds like they're gonna try and target Makoto, but it doesn't seem like they're part of like the demon army or part of like the goddess's army. So it's peculiar from that standpoint. But they did introduce a new potential villain to the series, so that was pretty decent from that piece. Meanwhile, let's move on to my finales. I've got 3 different finales. First one I'll go touch on is Banished Hero. Banished Heroes finale honestly was a bit weak for me, if I'm being frank. The first half of that finale was the battle between Van and basically and Red, as well as Lavender versus everybody else, and it was fairly short. It was a pretty decently animated battle, but it was fairly short and really anticlimactic. Of course they won. They beat the two fucking guys through all their power and strength and experience. They beat them because of experience, right? So all's well that ends well. They tie them up, and Van and Red have a conversation about, like, the bad things, the good things, like all sorts of fucking inconsequential shit I didn't give a fuck about. So that was what it was. I didn't give
Chris.
Yo, what up? Yeah, I didn't give a fuck. So I didn't give a fuck. And the second half though was really, really nice. The second half basically sees, like, okay, they let go of Van, they let go of Lavender. Van goes around, apologizes to everybody for being an asshole and a dick and a piece of shit to everybody trying to kill them, and everybody forgives him because that's what anime does. You forgive them after they try to fucking kill you. So that's lame as fuck. But Lavender finds Red, and Lavender's like, I fucking hate you, right? And Red's like, yeah, it is what it is. I don't give a shit. So then she's like, but thank you for taking care of Van. And she throws a rock at him and hits him square in the fucking noggin. And he's like, ow, what the fuck? And he looks at the rock that hit him, and it's a blue sapphire. Remember, earlier in the season, we wanted the blue sapphire so he could propose to his girl and to Rit. And she's like, oh my God, a blue sapphire. Like, where did you get the blue sapphire? Lavender is like, I just asked the fairies because I'm like an arc fairy and they can get me whatever I want. So I asked them for a blue sapphire because you wanted the blue sapphire. So here you fucking go, bitch. Bye. And she fucks off and she goes drink with his girl. So that makes Red happy. Red goes over to the blacksmith, and the blacksmith dwarf is like, oh my God, this is the most beautiful blue sapphire I've ever seen in my life. I'm going to make you the best engagement ring ever. And he really fucking does. And so this sets the stage. They fast forward through time, 3 days and 3 nights. Red lays out in a really nice romantic dinner, multiple fucking courses. The lights are dark, so there's no light in the house except for one magical like flame that like changes colors. That was really cool. The outside is a beautifully like clear, starry night. Really nice. Red calls Rit down. Rit's like, wow, this is really nice. What's the occasion? And he pulls out the wedding ring and he's like, I want you to be my wife. And he pulls it out. It's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful ring. It's a oval cut.
He's got something for you. Type it in first.
Tsukimichi pair at the end. They aren't new. They got their asses handed to me in the season 1. Oh, I just don't remember them. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Much obliged.
By Makoto. The guy owned by Makoto.
Makes total fucking sense because Makoto's OP. Anyway, going back to Banished Hero, like I said, absolutely gorgeous. It's an oval cut diamond. It has 6 diamonds. I'm sorry, oval cut sapphire. 6 diamonds centering around the diamond that goes around in like a little chain, and that was really nice. Beautiful silver or white gold, whatever it is. Truly marvelous. He proposes to his girl, and the girl in particular, Rit, she ends up doing a reverse proposal. She's like, no, I should be the one to propose to you. I promise to love you. I promise to be with you until we're old and wrinkly. I promise to never leave your side. I promise to always be with you because you are the love of my life and I will give you all my love. It was a really, really nice, between both parties, really, really, really beautiful proposal. And there's tears in both people's eyes. Splendid, absolutely splendid. And the season ends with them having an engagement party that no one gives a fuck about. So, meh. We're talking about the finales. So for this Banished Hero, I give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
3.5 out of 5. Moving on, Dr. Elise. This is where shit gets good. My last 2. Actually, I'm gonna save Dr. Elise because I'm gonna talk about Cherry Magic. Matt, you didn't watch this yaoi. I don't think you would have hated watching it. It's not the best. It's not a given, right? It's not Sasaki Miyano. It's under that. But it's not the most. Can you think of an insulting yaoi I've never seen that you hated?
I gotta get back to you on that.
Okay, this is better than Adachi and Shimamura. This is better than Adachi and Shimamura for me, right? So it goes above that in terms of gay anime. But nonetheless, I gotta talk about 2 episodes actually because I don't think I was caught up last week. Episode 11, the penultimate episode of Cherry Magic. Wow. So basically, Adachi goes on his trip to Nagasaki and he's going to help open the store, and he's doing pretty well trying to open the store, but he misses what's it called, Kurosawa. He misses Adachi as well. And so, but Adachi's like, listen, I can't like I don't want to text my feelings because it's indirect. I obviously can't tell you verbally, so I'm going to write you a letter. And he writes a handwritten letter and describes his feelings to Kurosawa. Adachi does, and this moves Kurosawa so much. He flies over to Nagasaki, waits in the rain for Adachi, and Adachi basically brings him in, and they talk. He dries him off, and he just tells him again verbally how much he loves him. And Kurosawa is just so happy, he's beaming. But Adachi, he feels more. He's like, this isn't enough, and he basically takes the towel off of Kurosawa's head, and he lunges in for a kiss, and they make out. And they're in the hotel room, they're in the bed, and they start kissing. Then it turns into making out. Then it turns into fucking. They had sex. And let me tell you something. I heard, thanks to Lucero. Lucero's like, I heard they censored it. She heard from somebody they censored the fucking in the the anime. So for research purposes, I did Google the scene according to the manga, and the scene is damn near hentai. Literally, you don't see a penis, but they're butt naked. They have like the animation of thrusting and moaning. Like, it is pretty like softcore ecchi as fuck in the manga, this sex scene. And all you see in the anime is just them holding hands. So I don't know how I feel. I don't know whether I wanted to see gay sex happen in front of my screen, or whether I'm okay with the fact that they censored it. I don't know. Truth be told. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, I don't know. Also in this penultimate episode, what's it called? Suge finally gets to tell Minato how he feels, and they have like a good understanding, and he admits that he likes him to Minato. Suge does to Minato, and Minato doesn't reject him or anything like that. They just share a nice warm embrace after they come to grips with everything that happened before them. So that was a nice moment. And I'll fast forward to the finale with Suge and Minato, but basically they're good. They see each other often. They hang out. They appreciate each other. There's no actual confirmation whether they're a couple or not. That you see them in the finale and at the complete absolute end of the finale, and they're still together with each other, but there's no confirmation of their feelings or anything of the sort from that perspective. It's just kind of assumed that they're somewhat dating, not a couple, but there's interest, whatever the case may be from them. But nonetheless, we fast forward to the season finale. They have sex. Everything is good. They both wake up naked, and Adachi touches Kurosawa, and he lost his power because he had sex. He no longer can read minds. And they share a nice moment between each other, basically, where Adachi's like, I don't need my powers to love you. And Kurosawa, from his part, he's like, I didn't fall in love with you because of your powers. So they share a nice moment, and everybody goes off, and Adachi returns back home, and Adachi and Kurosawa have a conversation over dinner, and he's like, I think I'm going to accept the promotion. Because keep in mind, he didn't want to accept the promotion because he was scared about being away from Kurosawa. But he's like, you know what? I'm going to accept the promotion. So he accepts the promotion. He moves over to Nagasaki. They miss each other, of course, because they're in this fresh, wonderful relationship. And Adachi is struggling. Adachi is really struggling. And it's the talk of like the town. He's relying on one of the other people that lives locally that knows everything about the office and about the location. And Kurosawa, he hears that, he feels bad. Kurosawa is so worried about Adachi, he gets a summer cold, and he's not feeling too well, things of that nature. So then basically one day, Adachi is like, you know what? I need to do something. I need to do something about this. So he works that morning, and in the afternoon, he flies back to Tokyo. He runs to the office, literally running. It's the evening time now. He's running to the office, and as he's running to the office, he stops, and he sees Kurosawa running, and he calls out, Kurosawa. And Kurosawa's like, Adachi, what are you doing here? I was just about to fly to Nagasaki so I could see you. And he's like, there's something really important I need to tell you. So they go on a walk, right? They go on a walk through a park. Right. And Adachi basically, they talk about, their time, they're happy. And he's like, when this like thing is over, I want to move back to Tokyo and I want to move in with you. And Kurosawa was like really excited. He's really happy. And Kurosawa, for his point, when he was going to go to Nagasaki, he wants to take it even a further step. And he pulls out a box and he pulls out matching promise rings. and they put them on each other. They embrace. It's a nice moment. And basically, we get like a super fast forward. We get a fast forward of them living together again. They're working in the office together. They're bright. They're happy. They're successful. And then we get the credits. And then we get an even further finale after that. It just time skips like completely. It's like, okay, like time skips a year. He moves in. They're happy. Credits. Time skip further. I don't know how many fucking years. And they get married.
Nice.
And they get married. So they're married, they're happily ever after, and literally the last thing that shows on the screen, it said the beautiful happy ending, and it shows them kissing, and they take a picture, and that's in a frame in their house together. So all's well that ends well from that perspective. I gave this also a 3.5, maybe if I'm stretching it, 3.75, just because of like some of the emotions that are involved. Because even though like there's a thing, right? So as a straight man watching a gay anime, there's a like stigma, the fact that it's gay, but you have to bear in mind that like gay people or people of the LGBTQ community go through the same trials and tribulations. They have the same feelings that any other straight heterosexual fucking couple does, right? And so if you look at it from a gay anime perspective, like it's gay, you're missing the point, because when you look at the show, you have to look at it as the feelings, the trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, the feelings, the moments. You have to look at that, and you really have to like try and appreciate that. If it was you were in your shoes and you were with a girl, or the girl was with the boy, doesn't matter whether it's two girls or two boys, you have to look at it from the romance's perspective. And the romance's perspective was pretty good, for what it was worth. So I think it's fair from that perspective. That's how I've learned to look at these. Like, I make jokes like, yeah, I'm watching a gay anime, I'm watching a lesbian anime, but at its crux, it's no different from any other romance. And people should understand that when you give yaoi or yuri a bad name. I do want to say that piece about it.
Okay.
Okay. And the final thing I want to talk about is Dr. Elise. Dr. Elise is pretty solid. Have to talk about 2 episodes again. Basically, Elise in the penultimate episode, she gets crowned. She saves another life, and she gets crowned a knight. She's the first ever woman to ever be crowned a knight in the kingdom. Not only is she crowned a knight, she's given like the equivalent of like a Purple Heart, or like whatever I'm sorry, not Purple Heart, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, right? Their highest award. It's called the Rose Award. She gets the Rose Award, and it's a banquet. It's a celebration. Everybody's happy. The king is, happy. He's drinking like a faucet. He's just drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. And his son, the Crown Prince, Linden, who is Ron-sama, is Lord Ron in this episode because of his like switching, like his ability to disguise himself. He hands his father another cup. The father's like, it's a great day to celebrate. And he chugs the entire chalice of wine in one sip, right? And he tells his father, you shouldn't do that. And he's like, nonsense, bring me another cup. And then the father proceeds to cough up blood and pass out. Elise, of course, because she's a doctor, she's there, recognizes immediately, fuck, he's having a heart attack. So they get him stabilized. He's about to die, but they resuscitate him back to life with CPR, and they send him to the hospital. Linden, because he's the last person to give his father something to consume, he gets thrown into jail on suspicion of murder. Rightly so. It makes logical sense. And so the episode really focuses on them trying to find out whether it was poison or not. They can't find it out. And so there's also a key piece that's very interesting that may develop in season 2. It's really the animosity and the friction between Lord Child and Lord de Clarence, which is again, you have Lady Child, you have Lady Clarence, the friction between their fathers. And basically Lord Child is basically saying like, all right, fuck it, let him die. This will be great for us. Let's frame Linden. We don't want Linden there. We want Mikhail, his younger brother. We want him to be the king, right? And Lord Clarence is like, no, what the fuck? You guys are assholes. Like, no, you can't do that. You don't even know if he actually poisoned him. There's nothing that you can like prove that. So there's a lot of bickering back and forth. And Mikhail is like, listen, we've done the right thing. We've put my brother in jail. My brother's in jail. My father's unconscious. Who has the power right now? Everyone defers to Mikhail. You're the second crown prince. He's like, all right, there's no way to look at it one way or the other. Maybe my brother poisoned him. Maybe my father's just old and dying. We don't fucking know, right? So let the process dictate itself. And then basically one of the people went up to Lord Child and was like, hey, did you poison the king? And Lord Child basically says, I'd be lying if I said I never thought about wanting to, but I can assure you I didn't do this. And so he's like, let the process run out. I've got contingencies. We're going to basically badmouth Lyndon, right? So they send a release to the newspaper. It gets released that Lyndon attempted to murder his father to get the crown prince, sets off a big thing, yada, yada, yada. But Lord Child's like underlings were like, you know what? Sacrifices need to be made. And so they fuck off. And so then Elise, seeing the press release, goes and visits Lyndon. Lyndon, is upset, and he asks, Lady Clarence, like, Elise, just, hey, save my father. Just, as a son asking a doctor, save my father. And she's like, of course, I promise I'll save him. As she's walking out, one of the people shouts out, oh, the king's prognosis has worsened. You have to get to the hospital immediately. Stay there. I'm going to get you a cab, or I'm going to get you a wagon. Right? Okay, no problem. And then these figures come out. They try to kill Elise. Basically, some assassins try to come out, kill Elise, and then you cut to the end of the episode. The next episode, the finale of the show, pops up, and Elise is saved by Mikhail. Mikhail happened to be around the corner when they were having this conversation about sacrifices needed to be made. And he kills all the assassins, and he helps Elise get escorted to the hospital. They go to the hospital. He's in shock, basically, and the shock is not recuperating after the heart attack. And he's dying. And the only prognosis he's had is that he has diabetes, which they didn't know at the time. Lady Clarence is the first one to like mention that he has diabetes. So they're like, what can be the issue? Diabetes doesn't cause sudden heart attacks. Drinking doesn't cause sudden heart attacks. Like, what exactly is going on? And so Elise is thinking, and she realizes, oh, I have an idea, but it's going to necessitate a surgery. Your father is really weak. He may die. So they call Mikhail, they call Lyndon out of like the prison basically to give their consent for the surgery. And Lyndon is like, you know what? If there's a way to save my father, do it. Save my father. Okay. And basically they're looking for a blood clot. That's what she figures out. If she figures out like he can't come out of shock because the heart can't take it because there's a blood clot. So they do open heart surgery and she can't find the blood clot at first. He's dying on the table. They're like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And so they're like, all right, let him, like all the other doctors are like, let him pass. You did what you could. Sucks. But Elise is like, no, I have to check every single artery. So she starts going through every single artery and she finds the clot. She pulls the clot out and everyone is celebrating. They're happy. And they're like, all right, let's get him stitched up. Let's get him out of here. Elise goes, wait. She spots something out of the corner of her, of her eye rather. And she starts thinking even further. She's like sudden weight loss, sudden fatigue, and she notices that there's a growth in his lungs. He had lymphoma, not in his lungs, sorry, in his lymph nodes. He had lymphoma. So she extracts the tumor while she's in there. And I don't know whether they have radiology, they have chemo, any of the shit. I don't know that. But nonetheless, they extract the tumor, they extract the blood clot, they seal him up, and he's alive. He's weak, but he's alive. He's good. Everybody celebrates. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle. And the episode continues basically where Elise, after she's done with the surgery, keep in mind, she's been up more or less the entire time for the last 48 hours in the show. She's not ate. She's not slept. She's barely ate. And at the time that she completed the surgery in the early morning, as morning approached, it's the day of her fucking medical exam. And they're like, at least you're exhausted. You've been up. You just performed critical surgery that saved the king. Like, let this pass. And she's like, no, I'm good. Take me to the exam location. So basically Lyndon comes over and charters a wagon. They go to the exam location. He thanks her from the bottom of his heart as a son and as a prince. Thank you so much. You saved the king. You saved my father. I'm forever in your debt. Blah, 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 blah. And then as she's walking up the exam center, he goes, Elise. Lyndon goes, Elise, let's go to Cafe Latte when you're done. And the way that he said it, the way that he looked, it triggered in Elise's mind like, oh shit, you're Ron. Hey, Lyndon, by chance, are you? Ding, 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 ding. Exam starting. She can't ask the question. She fucking bolts in, and so everybody starts taking the test. And bear in mind, a couple episodes in the past, they said, we're making this the hardest test ever. We expect no one to pass. We expect no new doctors this year. and they open the test, and everybody in the room is confused. They're like, what the fuck is this? This isn't what I studied. This isn't what I thought was going to be on the test, except Elise, because Elise realized that the way that they formatted the test is the exact same way that they format the test in Japan when you got to take the doctor's exam in Japan. And it focuses specifically on real life treatment in real life scenarios versus having simple book knowledge. You have to have basically like experience in the field to really pass those questions. She takes the test and she passes with a 98 out of 100. She came up with all these questions they asked. She came up with completely revolutionary ideas that this like country, this world has never seen when it comes to all these multitudes of sicknesses and ailments and surgeries and things of that nature. It's incomprehensible that she's done this, right? Super incomprehensible. The only 2 questions she failed is how to treat the common cold and how to treat pneumonia, because of the fact that her handwriting is such dog shit. They couldn't read it, so they just flunked her on those 2 questions. Can't read this. Fuck it. It's wrong. But she basically got a perfect fucking score. She's now officially a doctor. She goes to the king to check on him before she goes to work, and they have a conversation. They stroll through the courtyard as she's rolling him on the wheelchair, and basically the king asks Elise, do you ever feel like in your life you have regrets and failures? I feel that way. And Elise starts thinking back to her first life where she was a piece of shit and got killed at the stake. And then she's like, my life is full of them, a lot more than what you would realize, king. And the king is like, I see. But at least to a point was like, but hey, there's no such thing as a perfect human. People go through shit, and it's just how you overcome your challenges and how you perceive them that makes you better than what you came out the night before. And the king's like, I see. He's like, by the way, for our bet, I've lost. And Elise stops him and was like, hey, you haven't lost yet, because the bet was I need to prove myself in the medical field. I've only passed the test. I haven't proven myself yet to you. So there's still more to be proven. And that's where the season ends. I give this a solid, very solid 3.75, almost pushing 4. Almost pushing 4 for me.
Almost pushing 4. Alrighty. What time are we at? 43 minutes. All right.
Sorry, I went a little long. I had to talk about I know. But they were important for the overall scheme of the finale. Had to talk about them. Sorry.
All right, no problem. All right, I'll probably do the kind of shit. Okay, first up, Sengoku Yoku. The last 2 episodes was basically 2 fights with Shinsuke against Barry and Jinka against Doran. So what's going on? Jinka's getting his ass kicked by Doran, Invisible Tiger Man, Tiger Beast thing. Barely takes damage. Jinka uses fairy eyes finally that he actually unlocked. Use a bit more of his yokai power, as they say. So what's going on? Shinsuke is fighting Barry because Shinsuke wants to get revenge on the death of Shakuyaku. Barry has him trapped in a cave, outside, inside. It's crammed up. His magical sword can't really do anything about it. Eventually, though, Shinsuke's sword helps him basically glide out of there, get out of there. They're outside. That sword experiences freedom, happiness, something that Shinsuke lost after Shaku died.
Yay!
Shinsuke cuts Barry in half.
Ooh.
Right down the middle. But thanks to but after his body regenerates for a little bit, but doesn't have a lot of power left in it. So instead of a sword fight, it turns to fucking fisticuffs. Let's go. Fuck it.
Get these hands.
Fuck it, we ball. Let's go. We're all taking lessons from dead kids.
I may be out of magic, but I'm never out of options.
No, it's just fine now. We ain't sword fight anymore. We'll go fisticuffs.
Sword fighting.
Shinsuke finally killed Barry, and then Shinsuke let out a scream in triumphant victory. While that happened, Jinka did his ultimate move on Doran. Doran is still standing, but he's basically out of stamina. He's like, all right, I'm out here. We're done. And he falls over.
All right.
And so they go to the organization to look for the man they're looking for, Yazin, who is also voiced by Kenjiro Suda. So I'm always happy for that. And he is accompanied by Tama's mother, Kuzunoha, so they're the antagonists for right now. They turn their fucking shrine into this Gundam thing. But Jinka beats it down really quick. But since Yazin is with Tama's mother, who is also a fox spirit, they do their thing. Now has extra power. It's too strong for Jinka. Jinka's losing. And of course, Rinzu says, I'm going to call the mountain god. Maybe she'll take care of it. And of course, the mountain god appears. And now they're getting ready for the finale. So as we also found out that this will not be a consecutive free core, is a split free core. So the finale for part 1 will be this Wednesday. I might grade it. We will see. We'll find out. Well, it might go on the list somewhere. It depends on how this ends because of it. Moving on, Buchigiri. Madakara has accepted the dark side, as they say, from Ichiyo's influence. So now he's basically, to get stronger, he has to fight everybody. So he's fighting, knocking down his friends, his comrades. He sees Marito, and as he was about to fight Marito is still too strong for him for right now. So he falls back. But Ichiyo says, oh, you can beat him. And if you don't beat him, that dark shadow will never leave you. And during that, Shindo meets Arajin. He basically tells Arajin, like, hey, that thing that's following you, that Senya guy, if you guys fuse, you die. And that's what they want. Like, they basically take your body. So you sure you want that? So Arajin called out Senya multiple times that he doesn't answer him. He leaves him on red, as they say.
Oh, no.
Yep. So doing that, Madakara beat the more people. Marito's like, oh, so he got a little stronger. Okay, so let me fight him in the schoolyard. So Marito calls on Madakara. They have this fight. And Madakara actually beat Marito. Marito experienced his first loss ever. And he has like this weird bit, like, so this is what losing looks like. This is how it feels to lose. And of course, the sister Maharo, she's crying like, "No, Nichan, why?" And Arjun sees that he has to stop Madakara. He yells out for Senya one more time, and Senya finally shows up, basically saying they need to talk. That's where the cliffhanger ends right there. And we have an after credit. It involves Madakara's brother talking to Kenshiro before he died. And he told Kenshiro, like, hey, if anything ever happens to me, I want you to look out for Madakara. So it's like now Kenshiro is going to try to confront Madakara to probably fight him, maybe knock some sense into him. We will see. I am looking forward to that fight.
True.
All right, moving on. What else we got? What have we got as a penultimate? Mashal, that's right. Mashal's my last penultimate.
All right.
We picked up where we left off. Mash hit the V trigger onto Innocent Zero.
V trigger.
Yes, I was like V trigger, and fucking Wahlberg's like, hey, how is Mash floated in the air because he has no magic? He's just running really, really fast in place to stand floated in the air. Whereas you see his fucking legs moving. So, okay. But Innocent Zero, he tries to take Mash back with him, but he's like, you know what? No. So instead, you're going to watch all your friends and loved ones die. So Innocent Zero summons this giant creature, ogre thing, whatever you want to call it, while Innocent Zero retreats for now.
The creature.
Wahlberg gets attended for his wounds because, half his body is decayed thanks to fucking Innocent Zero. And Johnny Fane has thrown this chain around. Mash held onto the chain, trying to hold him in bay. Students are rallying behind him. And fucking Finn is like, you can do it, Mash, type of thing. So he grabs the chain, he pulls it, and he throws the giant creature all the way across somewhere. We don't know where he is. He probably some innocent party, some innocent house is getting crushed now because of this. Who knows?
Yeet.
Yeah, it got fucking yeeted.
Yeet.
The friends go to him, and what's the girl's name? Lemon. She's like, "Oh, you did great, like my future husband." So let's. So she goes to give him a keys, like eat up type of thing. He said, "Eat up," and of course he says he's gonna eat, and he eats a fucking cream puff in front of her instead of kissing her. Because why the fuck would he want to kiss this crazy lady?
Of course, why not?
Yeah. So that is that. The after credit is Wahlberg. He's in the hospital bed. And what is that man's name?
It doesn't matter what the man's
No,
name.
no. The blonde man, Rio. He's the one that checked up on him. He's the one that basically he's the hot stuff. There we go. But
Not bad.
But Rio, he says like, oh, like it's okay, everything's all good, everyone's safe. You're the hero, basically. You held it in Zero Bay, and Mashes is fine. No one kidnapped him. Cannot wait for the finale of that one. Now let's get to my actual finales. The wrong way to use healing magic.
All right.
The 2-episode thing. Usato heals up the Black Knight, and the Black Knight's armor finally comes off, and get to see the actual demon underneath it. So I was like, okay, cool, great. But now she's still imprisoned for the rest of her life. However, that's not the case, because the king asked the sensei, Rose, basically, hey, look out there, you make sure she doesn't get her out of trouble. Basically, train her, beat her, whatever you want to do. We just don't want her in jail. We just don't want her in jail for the rest of her life, basically.
Right.
And of course, now the demon girl is a total fucking tsundere towards Usato.
Of course.
Of course, because he was the only one that was nice to her.
It's my adders in the world. Kindness.
Yep. And the penultimate was basically the Kitsune girl, Amako, fighting Usato, basically saying she needs his help. And the finale is basically the help I want is help on my mother who's ill. Do you have the healing magic? We gotta go to the Beastkin continent type of thing. So it's gonna be a bit of a travel. And it turns out with the Beastkin, they're basically they have foresight that they can see into the future.
Mm.
And the fact they showed Usato the future of basically if he was on the battlefield, his friends would have died. So I was like, okay, so glad. She saved the kingdom. She helped them save the kingdom for her, so that's good. That's great. But Rose has to talk to the king to basically say, what should they do? Should they actually have Usato go help? We'll find out. And the other half of this was Felm, that's the demon girl's name, basically going for the training, exhausted. Rose whips her into shape. Usato gives her a diary. So basically, hey, record your thoughts, write down your thoughts, feelings, you'll feel better, type of thing.
Mm.
Talks about how she hates the fucking training. And of course, fucking Rose is a monster. So is Usato for dealing with her training.
Mm.
Because since they have healing magic, and as soon as they get punched like broken ribs, they just use the healing magic, and they're ready to go again. They're tired. Healing magic.
Okay,
no, that's how it is. That they use the magic, the healing magic for fighting, not actually healing.
Yeah, it's true.
Even Rose told, like, if anyone mocks healing magic to you, beat the shit out of them with it. Like, hit them, heal them, hit them.
Oh my god, imagine. Dude, imagine what that'd be like, just slice somebody's throat 50 times and heal them every time.
Yes.
You fucking nuts.
Dude, just to flex on them.
Just to flex on that ass.
Exactly. The king summons Usato. Says, okay, you can escort the Fox Girl to the thing. Because basically you gotta form an alliance with these other continents of the water, wind, fire, all that. So
With
they
our
go
powers
there.
combined.
Exactly. It's like wedding rings, but good. But
Oh my god.
and doesn't have to marry them or have to fuck them. Just actually make peace with people. Have an alliance.
Oh god. I'm just kidding.
We'll see. Well, we'll see. We'll see about the alliance. We'll see. We don't know. They can tell him to go fuck himself for all we know.
Fuck off.
Basically. So this is where Ken and Rose departs for now. So we go the next day. The heroes, Usato, Kazuki, Suzune, they're off an adventure as the credits are rolling. The demon girl is like following, or she's trying to follow. I'm pretty sure that will happen if we get a season 2. This is the one that Chris recommended for me. I give it a 3.5. It was solid. It's a good isekai in the fact of it's different. It's not fan servicey. It's not ecchi. There's no harem. It's a different approach to an isekai. That's why I like it for that aspect.
Okay.
So I like it for that. Moving on. Dungeon. Delicious in Dungeon. It's core 1 is done. Picked up where left off with Phelan's bones dissolved, disintegrated. She's dead, digested in the dragon's stomach. Like whatever, we can bring it back. That's how this dungeon is. Like if you're dead, like there's a way to bring you back. But the fact that they gotta get all their bones together. If they don't, if they fucked up, she's gonna come back alive, fucked up, and her soul might not be intact, and that's it. So Marcel says she can get her back, but they have to go through all the bones in the dragon's stomach.
That's a lot of them, I imagine.
It was a lot of bones. So make sure those are hers, human bones. If it is, get her. She can actually use dark magic to bring her back.
Hey, those human, put it in the left pile.
Yes. A dog here, this creature here, human here. Marcel does the dark magic. Phelan's alive. Everyone's happy. Little reunion. It's great. And Phelan asks, like, why? Like, how did you all survive and all this? And they explain, we've been eating all these monsters. And Marcel's like, yeah, gross, right? The nerve of them. And of course, fucking Phelan's aside, like, you ate all of these? What do they taste like? What is this? How did you cook it? Type of things. And then Marcel's like, oh shit, I'm still the only sane one here that doesn't want to eat all these things. So that was that was episode 12. I did watch the latest one today. We got the return of Fistel, the dark elf that was in the paintings in the episode. That caught Laos in these paintings in the timelines. It's basically his dungeon, we think, or there's a higher up above him. But anyway, he takes Phelan away from them. Basically, tell him like you must complete your fate of looking for this demon lord or dungeon lord. So now they're all separated. Chilchuck, Laos, Marcel, Senshi, they're now underground. The orcs came to tend to them. And Chilchuck, of course, is acting like, you know what, like they're stupid, being courageous and all this. Could be a coward like me, basically. Just be a feat, just run off.
Be a pussy. It helps. It pays.
Yeah, but of course, it's the fact that he actually cares about them and doesn't want them to die.
It pays. To
and so Chilchuck tells Laos, like, hey, I know your sister is there, but I think we should leave for now. Get back up. Especially against this elf guy. Like, he's trouble. And then, like, I know it's fucked up because we just found your sister. We brought her back to life, but we gotta think rationally. And then fucking Senshi, the dwarf, is like, you know what? I hate to say it, but I kind of have to agree to him because I'm low on stock as well. Like, for seasons and stuff like this, like, we won't be able to cook anything. We won't be, like, I'm all out, basically, almost. So basically, we gotta stock up if we want to do all this again. But if we have backup, it'll be quicker to go down the dungeon. But we know she's alive. That's the important thing. She's alive now. Let's just do this. So Laos actually agrees. So that is the end of Core 1. I dig it for so far. So far, with the halfway through, it is 4.25. I fucking love it.
All right.
Moving on to the next. Let us go with what do I have? Classroom the Elites. Very great stuff. The penultimate, real quick. Class D. beat Class B. So because of this, Ayana Koji's Class C, is now bumped back down to Class D.
Ooh.
So they're back where they started.
Ooh.
I know. So, but they got to take the Class C. They know they can go higher. Suzune wants their class to go up to at least Class B by the end of the next school year because the school year is ending. Her brother, Manabu, he's officially graduated. Does a nice speech. Talks to Koji. Talks about how he wants to see Suzune one more time before he actually leaves the school. Koji tells her this. She doesn't know. She's thinking about it. She eventually she even cuts her hair. She changed her outlook. She changed everything about it. So Malibu is actually happy to see her, kind of like her old self, instead of trying to follow in his footsteps. That's why he was hard on her. That's why he was distant on her. Like, I wanted to be your own thing because you actually do better than me here. If you were your own person. So yeah, she's gonna be a little bit nicer. That's great. That's awesome.
Fucking fabulous.
Yeah. So for me, fucking Suzune was the MVP of the season. We'll get back to more of her later. For these changes, she tells Class B, "Hey, Ichinose, you've been very helpful for us in the first school year, but we're actually gonna end We're gonna end the alliance here because at the end of the day, it's a competition for top of the class." So we can't do this forever, so we may as well just do it now.
Right.
They'll be friends, but when it comes to class, no. Yeah, basically. Now for the finale, Ayana Koji talks to Ryuyan. Basically, Frieren talks about, they're back in Class D, and Koji gives advice on basically clear his tracks as to how he won in all this. And Ryu says, once I beat Ichinose and Saki Nagani, I'm going to get you expelled. The one that's going to get you expelled is me. Because he didn't forget that Ayana Koji beat the shit out of Ryu in Season 2. Like in a fist fight. And Ayana Koji, of course, blocks his attack. And as Ryu left, Ayana Koji even said to himself, I kind of hope he does beat me. He has potential to surpass him, but that's how he acts. Is just no.
Let's hope he beats our ass. Fuck it, right?
Yep, basically. And the new chairman pulled Ayana Koji aside. It's like, last chance, go back to the White Room, like your father wants. And he's like, no, I'm not doing it. I actually am enjoying school, so no. So okay, fine. You can stay if you figure out, because in the new school year, someone else from the White Room is coming. So, and he even says he's better than you. If you can find out who he is, a little bit, during the school year, you can stay. Ayako just says fine, but for the record, there's nobody better than me.
Never.
Nope. So that part happened. Suzune calls Ayana Koji and basically tells him, well, first before that though, Ayana Koji sees Ichinose, she's on the range. She's kind of upset that she lost, that Class B failed the exam. Even though she still wants to be his friend, he's the only person she trusts right now. And Ayana Koji's monologue says, she's talking about how she's showing weakness, and if she does this again, I'll deliver the final blow to her myself. It's like, oh, okay, so yeah, he's still cold and ruthless. He's just been playing nice for a little bit. And of course, other students are slowly catching on to Ayana Koji actually holding back in class. So Suzune actually called him saying, hey, when are you actually going to go all out? And he says, I don't need to because there's no one above my level. So Suzune does a deal. I want to challenge you in a written exam when the school year starts. If I win, you go all out. You give it your all, and we're going to make it to Class A, basically. And Koji says, fine, you're not going to win, but fine. If I win, you join the student council like your brother did. And she's like, why? It's like, I'll tell you when I win.
Ooh.
So that said, the credits roll. After credits happen, Ayana Koji calls in Kawazawa. She's like, what the fuck you want? Basically, because you called me the first time, and then you said you forgot. And then now you call me here. Though, did you remember what you wanted to tell me? And all of a sudden, Ayana Koji says, let's date. Like, what?
Nani?
And basically, they see us together anyway. So let's have it so that we are together. I do like you. Do you like me? And of course, she actually does like him. And why you disappeared? Oh, there you are. You're texting now.
I'm still trying to play with this.
Okay. And then she hugs him and all this. She's happy. And of course, he's still not smiling. He's still not happy. He basically said in his head that he's going to use her to learn about relationships. And once I get all that out of her, I may just leave her.
Oh, so
but maybe, unless maybe it'll be actually something genuine, because he still think he's in the white room when he's not there anymore. That's the point of why he is in school, to actually break free for that, but he still cannot get out of those old habits. But I really like this. Definitely much better than season 2. No season 4 announcement yet. But solid 4, very low 4.25. No, it's just a 4. Sorry, it's just a 4. Last one for me, 7-time loop. Picked where we left off when Mikhail talked about how there's gunpowder around. It's going to be all around the city. It's going to go off at 6 o'clock. Rishi tried to talk him out of it, but little do you know, all this was a distraction because she had Theodore scout with the soldiers to look for the gunpowder, basically look for it. And instead of it going off like a bomb, they made it so it's fireworks. It turned the weapon into a celebration type of thing. So Arnold sees the fireworks outside, like, what the hell is this? Because they'd never seen fireworks before. So basically, telling Mikhail, basically, you don't have to use the gunpowder for evil. Like, it actually should be used as a good thing, like this. Mikhail, he's calm now. He's like, all right, you're right. And then Arnold actually agrees for the alliance with Oliver and all this. So there's a happy ending.
Oh.
And the wedding ring for Rishi and Arnold is ready. The engagement ring. They haven't seen it yet. And Rishi tells Arnold that she wants him to actually look at it. Because Arnold didn't want to at first. Basically, just pick what you want. I'm paying for it. That's it. So Rishi's actually getting romantic with Arnold, like fully. And she wants him to see the ring. The ring's beautiful. It's the same color as his eyes. That's what she wanted. And he puts it on her. So, gift is on. Season is going to be a for real type of thing. This is where the season ends. There's no season 2 that I know of. Basically, like I said, this is like Reliana, but this is why I wanted out of Reliana. I didn't get. So you probably would have liked it. I guess another 4. Very good show. I highly doubt it's a season 2. So if that's the case.
7-time loop.
Yeah, 7-time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy.
Interesting.
But again, she's not a villainess because they didn't show anything that made her a villainess.
That would piss me off, I think.
That's the whole thing I hate. I hated the fucking title.
You just hate the title. All right. By the way, I found something. When we're off the air, we can't edit it while we're on the air. But I found something off the air.
Okay.
So when we're off the air, before we disconnect, we'll try something.
Okay. All right, guys. That's it for solos. How we're gonna do this is we're gonna talk about stuff that don't have penultimates, no finales yet, then the penultimates, and then the finales. So we're gonna start with Ninja Kamui.
All right.
Yeah, picked up. It was mostly backstory. First, it was before that though. It was Joe or Logan. He's in the armor and fucking does quick work with the guys.
Yep.
Fucking destroys her, and Emma's alive.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
loved
good.
at the end. He's like, the guy tried to fucking commit suicide. He's like, oh, you picked him up. He's like, you thought your death was gonna be quick and painless, huh? Nope.
So Logan's a fucking savage, but
Super savage.
it was mostly about Sarah and her time as a ninja. And do you remember the friend she was with?
His
I don't know her
fucking
name. Was
wife.
that another ninja?
His wife.
No, I'm
Logan's wife.
talk about the wife.
Oh, do I remember her name? Give me a second.
Because who the wife was talking to, like the other female.
Yeah, Hegon, and then you have damn, they actually don't have her as a main character. The fuck?
Yeah, but basically,
Mari.
Mari. No, Mari is
The wife.
Mari is Sarah.
You go by the English names. I'm going by the Japanese names.
Yeah. Well, I'm also watching the sub, but that's her nickname.
I'm watching sub too, fool. What do you mean?
Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. They actually have her name. They don't, but we'll call it Ninja 2.
Ninja 2. What is Mrs. Ninja 2?
Yes.
Okay.
Ninja 2.
Okay.
Unless that is Emma. Unless that was Emma when they talked.
What do you mean?
In the backstory when the mask girl.
The mask and the girl is Emma. Because she's
okay, so it is Emma. Okay.
Yeah, so they go through her backstory, Emma's backstory, and basically Emma got in, I think it was like some sort of fire or some sort of accident. And
right,
so hideous, her family was like, nah, we don't want this fucking ugly bitch as our fucking daughter, and just fucking like abandon her.
Yes, and then she had the relationship with Sarah, and of course Mari talked about, I'm pregnant, basically.
Yep.
So the ninja code's over for me.
Higa did the deed.
Yep. And of course Emma didn't like that, so she tracked her down to fight her. And it's like she didn't want to because she was protecting the baby. But she's conflicted. She can't kill her. Doesn't go away scot-free.
Nope.
So Emma's telling Logan all this. And basically it was what is the Ninja Order looking for? Like, what's their game? Like, what are they going after?
White people.
Yes. White people.
White people.
Yep. So the main villain, Yamaji. That's the guy's name.
Yep, that is his main name, Yamaji.
So we're gonna find out more as we're at the halfway point for that show.
Past the halfway point.
Yeah, episode 7. So
yeah, we're way past the halfway point, buddy.
Yep. Now the penultimate.
All of one, non-penultimate.
Yeah, the only one non-penultimate. Let us go with Metallic Rouge.
I don't care about this show.
Yeah, we got the reveal of.
Is this 2 episodes, by the way, or is this one?
I'm not talking.
You gotta get the one. You gotta get from point A to point B.
I know. Basically, Rouge and Naomi got split up from Cyan, Eden, and the cop.
Yeah.
But of course, Cyan runs off on her own, and of course, she is now corrupted by the puppet master.
Yeah.
The cop tries to find him, and he sees who the puppet master is, and we'll get his name later.
Give me a second. I'll get you now.
Well, was it like Roy or something like that?
Oh yeah, that's the main father, Roy.
Yeah. Right, but that's right. Roy is also Eden. That's later on, but who's the white hair girl's name?
They actually, you know, something that's funny on Analyst, they don't actually call him Roy. They call him Niyosashi. Nigyo Sukai Shi. Nigyo Sukai Shi.
Interesting.
That sounds too close to the N word. I'm not gonna say it. Call him Roy.
No, so anyway, Jill is determined to get Rouge's core. So She's gonna go fight Rouge while her boyfriend, the other guy in the Immortal Nine, goes to fight Eden.
Mm.
And they share that little kiss. You gotta join Graffin. I'm sorry, that's the guy's name, Graffin. So join this other world with me. So go kill Eden. Of course, he gives Eden his own core thing. And basically, he wants a fair fight.
Yep.
Because if it was a 1-on-1 without that, that's not fair.
Mm-mm.
Jill sees Naomi and Rouge and fights Rouge. Basically, last chance. Like, we're doing this. I'll do this at my own free will, unlike you.
Yep.
And surprisingly, Jill won.
Not surprisingly.
Stabbed in the back with the lance. Takes the thing.
Yep.
And Rouge is slowly dying, and she reaches out for Naomi, and Naomi just runs away.
Nigeru!
Nigoran Daio, basically.
Yep.
While that's going on, Eden beat the other guy. So, and we find out Eden is the father of Rouge, the other guy. What the fuck? And once we find out, it's just like, I
don't care.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it was weak. Who gives a
you
shit?
lost me. You've lost me. This is a chore.
Yeah.
This is such a chore. This now that Fire Hunter is done, that fucking shit. Metallic Rouge is right where it was.
Yeah. Yeah. So Naomi, she splits, has a thing to basically blow up, gonna ruin the whole ship. Everyone's gonna die. She goes to Rouge. Here's my core. It's a temporary thing.
We're gonna die anyway. I don't need it.
Yeah, go fight Joe. And everyone, the gang's all here basically. That's how the cliffhanger ends. And it's like, all right, sure.
Listen, I'm gonna give everybody my rating now, so we don't have to talk about this next week.
We're gonna talk about it next week.
It's the lowest fucking 3, and the only reason why it gets a 3 is because the music is great and the animation is great.
Yeah, but yeah, Puppeteers. But yeah, anyway, Puppeteers Ray. Eden is the father of Rouge and fucking. What's the guy's name? The white hair guy.
What?
Rouge's brother.
Chotto mate kudasai. Oh, I found Roy finally.
Glenn.
Is it good? Gene.
Okay. Yeah, Eden is the father of Rouge and Gene. So who the fuck knows? So I'm going to assume that he put his consciousness into Eden's body. That's really all I can think of. Next, penultimate, Witch and the Beast.
A billion times better.
Yes. Before that, though, real quick, we finally get our main antagonist. The Origin Witch. I think that's her name for right now. But what you call it?
Yeah, they actually did say her name, but I don't remember.
I forgot her name, so I just want to call Origin Witch right now. Basically, Ashif has Helga in the magic thing. Gideo is waiting outside.
Wait, you're talking about 2 episodes for this?
Yes.
Oh no! So the Origin Wish, which her name is. Give me a second. Penis Wrinkle McGee. Which and
Angela.
Angela. There we go.
Yeah. We finally get our main baddie. It's finally revealed here. Gideo is waiting outside for them. Here's kid screaming witch. They take me to the witch. Even though I'm injured, my fucking legs, my fucking arms.
And keep in mind that what's his face? That ass half didn't fully regenerate Gideo, so he didn't lose control.
I'll get to that because
No. Keep that in mind because like she's still in a sling. Like she's got healing powers, but at the beginning of the episode, she's in a sling. She's moving her foot around. It's not 100%.
Yeah, and she can't heal unless she eats.
And she's not eating because she's still pissed off.
Yep.
Because she's a brat.
Exactly. But yeah, Gideo follows the kids to where the witch is, but it's actually an old lady that does herbs and all this. But someone actually comes in. First is the executioner that was following them.
Yep.
Gets him in this other dimension.
And keep in mind that's the second executioner of the pair.
Yep.
That's the partner.
Yeah, that's right. Because they were looking for the partner. This is the partner.
That's the partner. That's
Yeah,
the
because
partner.
he got there too late. I saw you. Like, all right. So where's my partner?
Dead.
Yeah, basically. And we see someone else in there with the same cloak, but no, someone that made the cloak. This one of a kind cloak.
The girl. It's the girl that went in with them.
Yep. Yeah, it's the little
Turns
girl
out
that
she's
is
the
in
witch.
disguise.
And she's the one crying witch. But she was the witch all along.
Yep. And that's the one Gideon was looking for. Her name is Angela.
Angela.
And we found out basically, Angela's like, hey, I gave you my body.
Yeah,
You
so
should
that's
be
why
happy.
that's why Godot is so strong, because she's in a fucking witch's body.
Yep. Her original body.
Yeah. Begs the
And,
question, what happened to her original body?
but on the other side, while Ash of his CC gets a black envelope, he reads it, he freaks out, like, fuck.
Because he's escorting Helga into the fucking corner.
Basically he's going to show her what to do, how to basically be involved in what he does. Kind of like Trainer.
Yeah, and survive.
Yeah, Train and Survive, and maybe Sword away for now. But anyway, it's put on hold. He has to go find her.
Yep.
Of course, he gets there when Angela disappears.
They see nothing. They see fuck all.
Yep. Then he goes to get Angela, and she's like, "Hey, you didn't heal me. Like, what else did you do to me?" Because basically, her leg, she collapsed.
Yeah, because she tried to attack. She the first thing attack, but her leg is fucking dead. She goes for the arm. The arm is dead, and so she proceeds to get her ass beat.
Yep.
Beat like a slave. Beat.
Yep.
Yep. No other simile.
Right.
She got her ass beat like Cody Rhodes got beat on Raw Monday night.
That was a great beatdown.
It was great. Did you see today's thing with the after?
Yes. I was like, you don't tell me to fucking stop. The cameras, I don't care about fucking cut. I stop when I stop.
With the F words and all too, bro.
Like, I'm done when I'm done.
You gotta know Cody's gonna get his lick back. He's gonna be like, I did that to you. He's gonna be like, all right, you can just beat my ass mercilessly come WrestleMania.
Because that's what Dusty was. Dusty was taking this out.
Oh yeah, Dusty wouldn't have bitched.
Exactly. So this is real hard times that is.
Real hard times, baby.
So is Seth going to be the only Anderson to cost Cody?
It's going to be a convoluted mess.
It's going to be a giant overbooked thing, but they'll. Who knows what
all the WWE stands.
Yeah, no, even just like come the fuck on. Like Hogan does not have a record. It's still Bruno.
Anyway, we're off track.
Anyway, basically, Asha tells Gideon. Gideon's pissed, and Gideon punches him in the ribs.
Yep.
And he's like, and Asha had to calm her down and say, like, look, I would never betray you. Anything done is to protect you. You need to listen to me.
You're a valuable human tool.
Yeah, we both
This is
have.
honest.
Yeah, like we both have the same goal. I would not sabotage that.
Yep.
So she calms down. It's like, leave. Like, hold on, I gotta heal. Fuck.
This reminds me of 3 years ago.
And goes into this.
Where's the Brian Last Time Machine, Matt?
I'm not doing that. Fuck no. I hate those. I fucking hate those.
They're awful, right?
No, either they're really quick or they're so fucking long.
And they're all awful.
Yeah, different sounds. Like
this is like 1990s Nokia cell phone tones.
Just do the. That's it.
Like you couldn't get the fucking time machine from like the what's it called, the Simpsons or the Jetsons or the Flintstones.
Get the fucking TARDIS. Come on.
Come on.
I'm not gonna Doctor Who. Anyway, and we see Ashraf on the train, and it's the only time you will not see him with a cigarette because no smoking on the trains.
Yep.
And now we find out the coffin wasn't actually his; it's hers. Because he carries it, but this time she had it.
He's just got a plain briefcase.
Yep. So we're gonna find out maybe in the finale why he has it. But yeah, nice village. The Farmington family. They blame the one Falva because she's a witch.
Yep, there's cows strung amok.
Yep. But of course, Ash is like, doesn't do spells because you need spells and she can't speak.
Yep.
And gets those two to, like, leave. Be nice to your wives. Make love to them.
Make love to them. Give them
And
flowers.
of course, fucking Gideo just knocked them both out.
Hey, bitch! Fuck off. Papa.
Yep. And now charges right at him. Ashraf has a barrier. And she sees one of them like, yeah, you're the witch. You're the one that cursed me, Pavel. You curse me. You recognize it, don't you?
Yeah, I bet
And
you
of course,
do, bitch.
Yeah, of course, this giant figure came out and just fucking yeeted Gideo really quick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, shit.
She has a stand.
She has a stand. Stando!
Stand of power.
The world, though!
Yeah, she's restrained. And of course, I love how he used fucking magic to just shoot the tea in her mouth.
Yeah, that was a little erotic.
Yes.
Slightly.
And
Ever
she's
so
like,
slightly erotic.
okay, all right, I'll listen.
It tastes so good.
Yes. I said, fuck, I need this tea. Shit.
No more kudasai.
Yeah.
Moikai.
And Asha tells Pavel basically, I'm here to protect you both. This guy's coming with me. I'm leaving tomorrow. You guys decide.
Yep.
And of course, there's always a traitor afoot.
Yep. Keep in mind, there's a total of 3 kids. One of them said that he moved to the town 6 months previous.
Yep. And that guy's name is Craig. And of course, they protect these two in exchange for the tea.
Yes.
And as Gideo was talking to Asha, talks about, she's not actually not a threat. I'll calm down.
Yep. There's a huge commotion in town.
Yep, they go there, giant hole in the wall. Like, what the fuck?
The mayor of the town, one of the few people that didn't mind them, the witch and her brother in town, is dead.
Yep.
But they don't know what happened to the father. Where's the father?
I think he's the other executioner.
Gotta think, right?
Yeah, if he's the one that's at the house.
Yeah, I gotta think so.
Yeah, so fucking as Craig is talking, Asher just pulled out a gun. Shot him.
Pow, pow, pow.
As like
3-piece.
As like, oh shit, as an executioner.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, no fucking warning, just quick to shoot, huh? But the executioner's power is any damage he sustains goes to the attacker. And so now Asaf has 3 bullets and he's bleeding out the mouth and bleeding out of his sternum.
Yep.
End episode.
And of course, basically, where's the other one? The other one is leading the town towards to kill the other 2.
Yep. But the girl isn't there. The girl is out in the forest picking firewood.
Yep. But
minding her own business.
But her sister's there.
Yep. But the brother's there.
Sorry, brother. Owens. Yep. And that was that cliffhanger. So I'm pretty sure Gideon's going to go there to either help them or those 2 died. Who knows?
I think help.
But
regardless, really fucking good.
Yeah. No.
Thank you, Starman, for not letting me give up on the show.
It's good. We told you.
Yeah.
And you're finally getting the background. That's how we ended.
Yes, I am finally getting the background. Way later than what I wanted, but nonetheless, I'm still getting it. I mean, literally, it was either this, like, if I didn't pick this show up, fucking, what's it called? Tales of Wedding Rings would have been in my 13.
Well, we're glad it's not.
Indeed.
Our next penultimate, not Soul 11. Changes in My Heart.
Really good episode.
Really good. It's school field trip, basically.
Yep.
And basically, hold on. Do you remember most of this, or?
Yeah, I can pull up my.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Basically, one of Ichikawa's friends like, hey, go ask Yamada, but like, not that Yamada.
No, there's
the
a fat
other one.
in class.
Yeah. And of course, one of the new students is going to be on a love frenzy, and she's going to ship everyone.
That's Can.
Yeah, kind of. Yep.
Can. She's fucking furiously running around with a whole giant fucking confetti bowl.
Like,
and she's making it in the train, like, she looks like a fucking psychopath with her mask on.
But before the field trip, though, Ichikawa and Yamada were having a video call. And she looked at the schedule thing, and she immediately turned the video off.
Yep.
They didn't want him. They didn't want him to see something.
Nope.
And we're gonna find out a bit what it was.
What?
And Jesus Christ, we'll get to that end in a bit. But
Great ending.
yes,
If
they're
it was
all
a hentai, though, I'll tell you what, that ending, if it was a hentai,
with the fucking that
with
guy.
the ending. With the ending, yep.
Yeah, but anyway, they're all hanging out. They're having fun at this field trip. But at the end, first though, but bad spot. Adachi wants to do a dick comparing contest.
Dick contest.
And on the girls' side, there was Yamada, and they're like, your tits are big. And she's a celebrity. She's a model. She's an actress. We're going to go.
Awful.
Leave her alone.
Or fucking full.
Yep, that was a sad, man. Ichikawa, he's hanging out the window. He's alone at night. And he hears something. He hears Yamada. And she says, I like you. As if she was doing a confession.
Yeah, because he's outside talking to his fucking inner self.
Yep. And he says to himself, self. But he hears Yamada, and it's for a manga you really like.
That he's reading.
Yep, that he loves. And she's basically doing this for him.
No, actually,
I
you're
know.
yeah, I was gonna say you're kind of incorrect, sir.
It's like kinda, but still, though, he's upset about because he basically is like, yeah, you know what, I'm not for her. And then, but yes, she is. He is. Damn it! Listen to her. Listen to your subconscious. Listen to your 18-year-old self, wherever he is. Get out of that self-conscious bubble. Go to her.
Yeah.
But no, he cried. He had a good cry.
He did.
And as he's going, he's going around. He's looking for her. Like, hey, no running in the hallways. And of course, he sees Yamada. He hides behind like the wall. She sees him and she covers him. Because they're supposed to be separated, boys and girls.
Yep.
And where is she taking me, Ethan?
Takes him back to the girls' dorm because she pretended that fucking
Ichikawa was a girl.
Ichikawa was her friend. What's it called? Chi. Was Chi.
Yep.
So now he's in the room. The girls are oblivious to the fact that there's a fucking giant hump next to fucking Yamada. And then we see Kana and what's her face? Yoshida. They come in the door and they see Yamada like all scurrying, and they're like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Oh, nothing. I was just, got startled for a second." Like, okay, you little weirdo. And the episode ends with Ichikawa under Yamada's sheets in the girls' dorm before lights out.
Man, can't wait for that finale.
Me neither.
I'm waiting for it. I'm excited. But anyway, I believe we have one more penultimate. Let me double check before we continue.
One moment. Yeah, because I haven't watched Sands of Sandland yet.
Yep. Solo leveling.
Good episode too.
Oh, but the fight though, that's all we're really gonna talk about.
All that matters is this fight.
Yeah. Basically, Jinwoo, he has another quest thing for a special dungeon.
Yep.
So he takes it. It's basically it involves knights, the mages, and all this. But the catch is he cannot heal.
Nope. Can't use any of his full
Magic.
heals or anything of the sort.
Yeah, no magic. Basically, use your skills.
And boy, that's a fucking handicap and a half.
Yep. So this is definitely S rank and a half.
Super.
Yep. He goes through. He beats some of these knights. He beats these mages, and all of this. It's calm for right now. He regains his stamina at least. Waits for the fatigue to go down. He goes for the door. The throne is empty. And
No, it's not.
no, but he sees an empty throne like on the thing.
No, it's the. Oh wait, yeah, he does. I think.
Yep. And there is this Red Knight, this guardian of the empty throne, Ignis.
Ignoramus.
Yep, doesn't speak or anything. Just you're in my territory. I'm gonna kill you. And just great back. Jinwoo's just trying to get him and his weapons can't go through that armor.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, with the weaker knights, he had to basically rip off the armor, rip their heads off, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But with the Red Knight, he cannot do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's reflecting, dodging as best he can, but fucking the knight just bounces him like a fucking basketball.
Oh yeah, he's beating the shit out of fucking.
Jinwoo was just getting
Whooped.
clapped, basically. He's getting clapped.
Whooped.
Yes, and he gets a comeback. He gets his little babyface comeback when he doesn't use the sword.
The little baby face comeback.
Yes, gets a shot, and eventually he has his knife, stab it in the eye.
No, not the eye, in the neck. He found like
the eye first, then neck.
I don't think he did. I don't think did he get him in the? I don't recall seeing.
Yeah,
him
he
get
got
him
in the eye. He blinded him a bit.
Oh.
And then he got the neck. He's getting the neck. He's not letting go. He's doing like with the poison and all this.
Yep.
Whatever debuff he gives to the fucking thing.
Yep.
It's dead.
Rip.
And big gets a shit ton of gold, shit ton of levels.
Yep.
And gets armor. Well, most of the helmet.
Yep. And he also gets an escape rune.
But before he can do that, side quests.
Survive
as long as you can.
Time limit?
No time limit.
Infinite.
Yep. Just go till you can't anymore.
Basically.
And
Or you die.
It's just knights and everything surrounding. There's too many of them. As he's about to use the escape thing, one of them just slapped it out of his hands. And now he's in the middle of all these knights. Cliffhangers, he's fucked.
Yeah, he gets slapped out of his hand. He's just like, oh god. And he's like, only 5 minutes has passed.
Yeah.
And he's down to like his last 100 bits of health. Like he's literally like on the verge of fucking death for real.
Just like, what the fuck? But
I'm a little distracted, Matt, because I was trying to see if I could put on the last, even though my TV's on mute. I'm trying to see if I can put on the last 8 minutes of SmackDown, and I don't have Fox anymore. But when I go on the website on Sling, it says I have Fox. So why is it that Fox isn't on my TV if I have Fox?
And it turns out Paul Heyman announced that Roman Reigns was the one that ordered The Rock to beat up Cody on Raw.
Of course.
Yep. And of course, we got our LWO against. It's Ray and Dragon Lee against Dom and Santos.
For Mania?
Yeah, it's weird. I was expecting Andrade.
I don't know.
Because they were teasing Andrade and Dom on Raw, no?
Yeah. So this is weird. It's still, even though I don't have Fox, it is recording SmackDown right now.
That is weird.
What in the hell is going on?
But anyway, shall we get to our finales? We have, hold on, let me count.
8.
It's 8?
I think so. I watched fucking 8 of them in the last fucking 24 hours.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it's 8. Let's go. Let's get to it.
I watched 8 in 24 hours, so yeah.
Let's go. First one, Tales of Wedding Rings. It was basically Sato and the crew. They got back to their world. Everybody's in chaos. The Abyss King is here. He tries to fight him, and he gets his ass whooped.
Yep.
And as if they're about to die.
No, you can't say he got his ass whooped. Like, yes, he did get his ass whooped, but to the same degree, he did manage to damage him a good bit.
Yeah, but
not
was it? But he didn't know. He didn't find out till fucking. We'll get to the guy in a minute.
Yep.
But while all that's happening, Crystal and Nephrodis, they're not doing anything. Saphir, Granite, Amber, they're trying, but it's just way too many.
Yep.
And a light comes.
Oh,
Gigi's alive!
and keep in mind that Sato passed out from
Yeah,
like
like
his damage.
too much power. Yeah, too much power, too
Yeah.
much damage.
And he had like a nightmare in his pass out of him like fucking dying.
Like everyone's dead. And he woke up somewhere.
Where was that somewhere, Matt?
Back home. But
Oh, you're gonna say where he woke up on when he got saved, when Alabaster saved him.
yeah, on this giant bird.
It looked like a hippogriff. Yeah,
Yeah, it's like the eagle from Lord of the Rings.
that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, All Man's alive. Marmar's alive. Sato, he feels like a failure, and all. He's like, oh, you're actually on contraire. You actually did a little bit of damage to him.
Yeah, you've got all the rings. You did something,
but it is weird that he didn't go down easy.
And they said it's because of the rings. They said in all of the scriptures that talked about the Abyss King and the Ring King, never once was it mentioned that the Abyss King had 5 rings of his own.
Yep.
But it does say about the Ring King vanquishing and sealing the Abyss King. So the rings are a new shtick. It's a new gimmick.
Yep. So basically, you have to actually go all in with the wives.
Pun intended.
Yep. And basically, if it comes to sex, making out, anything, do it.
Yep. You get the more you fuck and do sexual things, the more powers you get.
Yeah, and so much so that the 5 girls are in a wife class.
Yep.
How to be
But
a better wife to Sato.
in particular, we could fast forward a little bit. Crystal gets a special assignment. Crystal gets to learn how to use magic, and we'll get to that in a second.
Yep. But of course, we get the lingerie shot of all 5 of them on the bed, like in the ED.
They don't fuck.
Nope, nothing happens. As he's focusing on trading how to fight. We get a Dato again with Crystal and Haruto.
Yes.
But this time they go to her gravesite of the family.
Her parents.
Yep,
She's not dead yet.
Yeah.
She's not going to die without getting dicked. I firmly believe that.
They ain't gonna fuck.
I think they will. I think it'll be like the ultimate finale.
Yeah. Yeah, in the dojins.
No.
Yeah, but
Is
anyway,
it still releasing? I think this
What?
is still. I said, is it still releasing?
Probably, unfortunately, yeah.
Well, we're getting season 2, so yes, of course. Duh.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's still releasing.
Okay.
Damn,
Anyway,
this manga's been out since 2014.
yes. I guess they release monthly.
It's a 66%, if you cared.
Yeah, so no one gives a shit.
No, it's a mid one.
But yeah, Crystal's like, her parents are dead. Sister's gone. But
Is the sister gone?
no one's ever truly gone, as they say in Star Wars.
Yes.
This is a mysterious girl appears from the lights above.
She's pretty cute.
Morian Ravri Nogkanta Tika. Same last name as Crystal.
Her long lost sister of 10 years
Yep.
is going to be her magic teacher.
So, yep.
End series. Season.
I gave it 2.5.
I gave it a flat 3. Because again, like the animation carried it. Of course, the titties carried it for me.
Now, like animation's okay. Music is just more of I didn't care about any of the women.
You didn't like the animation? The animation for this is better than the animation in Chain Soldier.
That's
for me.
That's a low bar.
To me,
I like the concept of the rings, but other than that, I don't care. I don't give a shit about the other 5 wives. They're the elements. They have different body types.
Number 1 is Crystal. No, not even for me. Number 1 is the cat girl. She's number 1. She's the best wife.
Yeah, out of them, yes, but I still just don't care. Yeah, she's a badass bulky woman, but we've seen that shit. But there's nothing new to them. That just a cat girl. We got the element type of thing.
It's a very blah story with uncensored tits. That's what it boils
Yeah,
down
like
to.
and if you're gonna have that MA rating and the only thing you do is the tits, like fucking Chainsaw took advantage of the MA rating. Gushin took advantage of the MA rating. Wedding Rings really did just tits.
It's just uncensored tits. They're
It's a
nice
waste
looking tits, but not.
yeah, it's a waste of our MA rating. Like, just, what the fuck?
All right, you know what? I'll give it a 2.75, but I rounded up to a 3 on Analyst. But realistically, it's a 2.75.
Yeah, it's a 5 on MAO.
So it's mid, yeah.
Yeah, 5 out of 10.
See, when you give it like a 2.5, like you can't do a 2.5 on like the ratings list. You have to either go 2 or 3.
Basically do that times 2.
Did you rate it a 2 on there?
I rated it as just a 5.
Oh, you have the 10 points.
Yeah, so basically, whatever it's a half or anything like that is times 2, or if it's like a 3/4 or a quarter, I just round it to whatever the highest is.
I used to do the 10-point scale, but then I was like,
well, that's how MEL does it. That's why.
So does Analyst. Well, Analyst gives you the option. You can do 5 stars, you can do and you could do 10-point scale, and you could do the halves on the 10-point scale. So you could do like a 7.
It doesn't. Yeah, they don't give me that option. It's just 1 to 10.
Sometimes I get tempted, like if I'm really bored one night, to just fucking just nuke my scores and fucking go. But I have 430 titles. For me to have to fucking do that for like all those titles.
Yeah, if it could transfer over to different websites, sure, fuck yeah, I'm all for it. But
oh yeah, I would definitely go to my anime list if I could do that. Yeah.
But unfortunately, we don't have that. Next up, Chain Soldier.
Better.
It's still okay. It's basically picking up where we left off with Yuki. He's in his chain form. He's fighting who does he fight?
Unicorn.
Fights Unicorn. Kyoka finally does the event. She finally avenges her family, her hometown.
And that's after Unicorn transforms and Yuki defeats the transformation.
Yep. Gets it out. The other Shukis, the other hybrid Shukis, they observe it, but they retreated. But they didn't go empty-handed because they took Yuno and Coco,
and then fed them to a grotesque quote-unquote god.
Yeah, basically be sacrificed.
Yep, they got 8.
Yep. Aoba. She thanked Kyoka.
Which, by the way, pause. I hate that trope of like, okay, they just got 8, but of course they're gonna have to defeat it, so they're gonna fucking cut it open, and oh my god, they're still alive.
Yeah, but
I hate that.
This is how it is.
I hate it. Not a fan of it.
I know. I'm just gonna ignore them for that, guys. Who cares?
Tits.
Well, Coco would just 69 you while licking you.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yep. To lick your wounds,
so is her lower part also black? Like, is it literally like, is it black and then is it a pink? Like, I don't know. And not black isn't like anything race related.
Like the actual like a tight suit type of thing. That's what it looks like.
No, that's their skin.
I know. I'm saying it looks like a tight suit for people.
It does. It does look like that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not saying black. Relax, guys. Calm down.
Relax.
But yeah, Albo, she thanks Kyoka and all this, and goes like, you guys could come with us. And he's like, no, I got the rest of my kind to protect in other places. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, and also I trust you too, but I don't trust who you work for.
And Kyoka's like, and we're gonna take care of that.
I'm gonna be the Supreme Commander.
That's how we're gonna fix it. And of course, we will see the Supreme Commander soon. And of course, Tenka goes to Yuki like, I'll reward you later. But Kyoka's awards.
Tenka's like, I expect a big reward from you later.
Yes. So she'll see him later when he's healed up. But Kyoka's reward to Yuki is basically her and a lingerie sleeping in bed together, even gives a fucking Walls of Jericho to him.
Give the Walls of Jericho and then fucking choke them out with a fucking Shibata sleeper.
Yeah, basically, I choke him in submission and he likes it.
Yeah, she's like, actually, I don't mind this. Is this bad?
Yeah, so basically gets scolded. And of course, Squad 6, Squad 7, they're all hanging out, party.
Yay.
Yep. And of course, the next morning, Tenka teleports on
She's
top
so
of him.
fine. She's so fine,
Yep.
though.
And of course,
Imagine waking up to that, Matt.
Yes, fucking yes.
Oh. Have you
And of
shown
course-
Bash? You should show Bash and be like, "This is how I want you to wake me up every morning."
I mean, but
Do that.
but exactly, we do it.
Do it.
But of course, we get caught by Kyoka, and she's like, "Should you be here?" No. Bye. And of course, she chokes him in the morning. Training time, but training gets stopped because more Shuki are here, and that's where it ends.
Yep.
I gave 3.5.
Yeah. Same.
But yeah, good use of the Etchi. Fights aren't bad. CGI got a little distracting.
What's CGI?
It was mostly in the beginning. Mostly it's mixed with the when Yuki transforms and when the Shuki. With the Shuki in the beginning, it was very noticeable.
I didn't really pay attention to that. I was more focused on the tits.
Of course you were.
Are you watching season 2?
Yes,
Excellent.
I will definitely watch season 2.
Thank you for the recommendation, Matt.
You're welcome. I was like, this is right up your fucking alley.
Yep. It made my list.
Moving on. High card.
I loved this. High
Yeah.
card is one of my. It is up there. I'm not saying whether it won or not, but it's up there for surprise of the season. It's up there for me.
Yeah. Most of this was basically the Black Knights there, tilts.
Sangao Gano. It basically the entire fight consists of High Card versus Sangao Gano. He kicks everybody's ass, and it's up to Finn and
the
Chris.
transformations.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like, this is the first time Wendy's ever asked me for anything.
Like I don't want to disappoint her, and it gave him a struggle a bit at first, and then this fucking
until the Royal Army shot fucking rockets at them, and they both survived.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you shooting me?
Why are you shooting me? I'm not with him.
Yes.
He's the bad guy.
But it's like,
boom, 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 boom.
But it's like, nope, kill everyone.
Yep. So Sangao Gano murders a bunch of motherfuckers. He defeats everybody that he can in High Card, and it's up to Finn and Chris to save them.
Yep, and of course Finn tells the guy to go away, and it's like protect the Joker card. But of course, he fucking took the Joker card.
That was great. That was a great switch and bait.
Yeah, and like basically the other guy now just has the business card.
Yeah, the fucking king. Card.
Yeah, they're fighting going on. Finn uses the Joker card to distract him while Chris, either shot him, did a Hurricanrana.
Yeah, it was great.
So really nice, good tag team combinations.
Yeah. By the way, while this is all happening, the twisted, corrupt brother finally made his move and was going to kill his brother when Officer Sugar, who had got left by Chris and Finn, finally made it to the castle, stumbled upon them fighting, overheard that the twisted brother was the one that killed the detective. And so Sugar comes out, shoots him in the fucking nose, like blew his fucking nose clean off his face, and was like, she was like, she took everything in her power not to kill him. But nope, she arrested him for murder and corruption.
I was like, do it.
Yeah, I was hoping she would just say, fuck it, bang, 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 right there. Nope.
But eventually, Chris and Finn, they were able to stop the brother. Shot, bang. Finn's upset.
Yep.
Of course, Chris is like, you'll look after Finn.
But it's interesting because basically when he shoots, so he has that moment where he says goodbye. He shoots his brother in the head. There's a giant explosion.
Yeah. By the way, he shot him mid-transformation because if he did transform, that would have been over. Like that would have been it, basically.
Yeah, because basically Chris got 8. So back up. Tell the story. So basically Chris got 8. Chris wormed his way through fucking Sangao Gano's innards, ripped the card from his fucking chest and had the card. But the card is so assimilated to Flan, it basically regenerates back within Flan, and he goes through the generation process. But because he's weakened, it's slower. And so right as it's about to finish, Finn shoots him in the head. There's a giant explosion. And then Finn passes out from the explosion, and he has a vivid dream. And it's a flashback of him as a child, him and Flan as like younger, and then Flan walking over into the other side along with the great maid, the great sage, as he tells Finn, happy birthday. Finn wakes up. He's like, how long have I been out? Several hours. It's like 10 past midnight.
And they're like, what day is it? Oh, it's 10 past midnight. January the 3rd, which happens to be Finn's birthday.
Right.
He killed his own brother the day before his birthday. And his brother's final words were "Happy birthday, Finn."
Yep.
Raw.
Yep. That was good.
And then just to clear it off, the after credit, basically the credits play, we see the aftermath. Basically, the crown prince that got arrested, it got leaked somehow. Basically, that the royal palace was trying to cover it up, and so then the country's in shambles because they realize that the government has been covering up all these things involving High Card. They blame all the incident on San Galgano, and so basically the royal palace and the country is in shambles. Meanwhile, they still don't have all the cards, and so they fuck off to go fucking do more card adventuring.
But no, there's no season 3 yet. We are getting a special episode. We don't know when.
Yep. That should wrap it up.
I gave it a 3.5.
I gave this a 3.75 and rounded it up to a 4 on Analyst.
I like the stuff. I like the stuff involving Finn, but I think the stuff with Klondike, like how it was, you hyped him up for season 1, and then that's how you write him off. To me, that was a little letdown.
I didn't hate. I understand and agree that I wanted more from Klondike, but I didn't hate that episode.
Yeah, but you built him up as season 1 as like this baddie, and now he's not.
And now he's dead.
Yeah, he never really was. And the one time you get to see him actually shine, it's not much, and you kill him.
I mean, the story was always about Finn, Chris, and ended up being about Flan.
Yeah, and again, the Wendy stuff was okay. Still no Vijay as his no episode focus ever.
The JJ never got his love.
Yep, and basically he's just the best friend of Leo. That's all you got.
It's racist because he's the only dark character in the show.
Yep, basically. But yeah, anything involving Finn and Chris was fine. The other stuff was just like, eh.
No, but this was miles better.
I still like this better than season 1.
I went backwards to rate season because I had rated it a 4 for some reason. I was like, why did I do that? That's a fucking 3.
Yeah. Season 1 I gave a 3. So
yeah, that was like a 3.25 season 1. This is like 3.75 for me. I rounded up to 4. It's a 4. Right. Solid.
But no, overall I was happy.
I was very happy by this. Yeah.
Moving on, our last 2 rom-coms. First, Hokkaido Gals.
Can I vent?
You can vent. I vented plenty of times. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me fucking vent. Let me go.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the episode starts off. They have their moment. They stop crying, or what's his face?
Basically we ignore that. Basically, they're at the hotel because she read the wrong bus schedule.
Yeah, she read the wrong bus schedule. They're stranded. Fucking Tsubasa calls his dad and asks for a ride for him and his friend. The dad sees, oh man, that's 3 hours away. That's a pretty long drive. Hey, you want to spend more time with your friend? Sure. All right. Books a hotel for them.
I thought it was an hour away, not 3 hours.
It's 3 hours, dude.
Oh, I thought you said an hour. Okay.
No, it's literally 3 hours from the bus ride itself. The bus ride is an hour, but the entire trip is 3 hours. It's a 2-hour train ride and an hour bus ride from the station from one location to the other. So it's a 3-hour ride. He's like, oh no, I see what you're saying. It's an hour via car.
Yes.
It is an hour via car.
He's like bus, train, that's 3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I get what you're saying. Okay, fair enough. But no, nonetheless, books a fucking hotel for them. Tsubasa asks Fuyuki, hey, is your mom okay with this? Fuyuki's like, yeah, totally. Meanwhile, the mom is like, wow, kids grow up fast. She did not expect Fuyuki to be like, Mom, I'm going to fuck him tonight. But guess what?
I'm gonna fuck him before I go to America.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck him before I go on my overseas trip. But guess what? Fucking what's his dick? Tsubasa falls asleep when Fuyuki prepares herself to get fucked. She's in the shower. She's nervous as hell. She takes a big deep breath, and she's like, "All right." She comes out the shower. She's only in a towel. No, actually, no. She got dressed. She did get dressed. She's like, "Tsubasa, you're up for a shower." And then Tsubasa's knocked out. She stares at Tsubasa really nicely, doesn't want to wake him up. And so then she writes him a note and ditches his ass at the hotel. Her mom picks her up. He wakes up, sees the note. He goes into immediate depression. Meanwhile, Fuyuki stops at a cafe, sees Siren there. Siren's like, oh, you didn't tell him? Like, no, I didn't tell him. But yo, guess what? Da 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 da. And Siren's like, the fuck? Okay. So she messages Tsubasa, who's in this depressed trance. By the way, Rina comes over wanting to see Tsubasa, but Tsubasa doesn't come and see her because he's depressed. So then Siren writes her, like, hey, Fuyuki's leaving. Don't you want to say goodbye to her? So he's like, I want to go. I just can't. And then out from his bag slips
the heart thing,
the hairpin, the heart hairpin. And he's like, oh shit, I have to give this to her before I never see her again. So he goes, he begs his father, who's in the middle of working from home, Dad, please take me to the airport. Dad's like, I got a meeting, son. I can't. Please, if I never ask of anything from you, please take me to the airport. I need to see my friend before they go. He does the right thing. He cancels the meeting, takes Tsubasa to the airport.
Well, no, the meeting's not canceled. He has someone take over.
Yeah, he has somebody take over the meeting. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, drive to the airport. They're going to be good. Fuyuki's all depressed because she keeps looking at her phone. Nothing's going on. The mom is there. She's going with her. She's all excited. Yay, get to shop overseas. Woo!
Yep.
Nothing happens. She's like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. They call the gate. Tsubasa manages to get through airport security without a ticket and runs over to Fuyuki, and he spills his guts out about how appreciative he is of her, how they appreciate the friendship, how moving to Hokkaido was the best thing for her. I'm always going to remember you, always going to appreciate you. You know, like everything short of I like you, please go out with me, or I love you. Like, I wish I could have spent more time with you. Just spilled his guts out. Fuyuki in return says, I appreciate all the thoughts, but I'm only going to be gone for 2 weeks. What?
I was like, oh no. Oh,
what?
No.
2 fucking weeks? 2 weeks? You built up for 2 episodes. In essence, you built up for almost 2 episodes that, oh man, Tsubasa really like pushed her to be better. And if she's never going to study if she was never going to study abroad, she's going to do it right now while she's young. And I'm going to, I can't wait to like go over there, but I'm going to miss you guys. All this. Oh, it's a short trip. I'll be back in 2 weeks. Fuck off. I didn't even give a shit. Basically, the credits roll. And then there's an after credit where she fucking comes back 2 weeks later. And they're eating chicken in the classroom and they get in trouble by the teacher.
Yeah,
and it was really cute. And I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck. I tell you what, this fucking show moved down 4 places on my list. It moved down 4 fucking places. I was pissed off. You went through this whole build-up. You might as well have pulled the shit that Matt hates. He fucking ate too much food and went to sleep and woke up and all of it was a dream. Same shit. Same principle. Might as fucking well.
No, the 2 weeks thing really aggravated me because you had over a week to tell him. Because you said
made this man cry.
As I said that, because you even said
cried his eyes out.
You even said, I'm leaving next week. You couldn't. You had all this time to go. It's only for 2 weeks, right? But no, no.
You strung this bitch along. And Tsubasa, because he's a teenager and so madly in love with big titty Fuyuki, was like, "Yay! I'm so happy you're not actually leaving."
Tsubasa, go with Rena or Sayuri. There's no Fuyuki. I would not. I would not. It's like,
no, I wouldn't either. She's a ditz. She clearly doesn't know how to fucking communicate. She's the only reason why she gets to play is because she's the first one that's going to open her legs eventually. And not even. I'm sure you can work. Rina will gladly open your legs if you wear fucking traditional Japanese garb. If he shows up in a Japanese samurai costume, vintage samurai costume, oh, she is wet as fucking SeaWorld. She is ready. Ready. If you buy Siren fucking a brand new video game and you fucking play with her nonstop for a whole ass week.
Hell, even go to the midnight launch. Go.
Or you stand in line at Japanese GameStop at the fucking midnight launch of her favorite game. It's on. It is on. No. 3.2 motherfucking 5.
Yeah, I gave it a 3.5.
3.25 just because of that fuck ass ending.
Nah.
It was a 3.5 for me. It was a strong 3.5, almost 3.75. You lost a half a point and 4 places on my fucking rankings motherfuckers. Good fucking job. Fuck.
Let's. I know it's that aggravated me. Like, no.
Fuck. It might be just as good or better than my dress up, darling. Fuck you.
No.
Fuck you.
No, she's just dense Marin.
She is. She's way worse than Marin.
But let's move on.
Fuck.
Sign of affection.
Ugh.
Nice ending. Nice ending.
Everyone gets a happy ending except Oshi.
Yes. Fuck Oshi. Basically, Itami and Yuki, it's date night. It's Cherry Blossom type festival, of course.
Yes.
Hold on. I sound very echoey for some reason. But anyway. Yeah, Yuki, Itami, they're having nice, romantic. And, Itami talked about how much. He even says he fucking loves her.
It was
Basically.
beautiful. It was beautiful.
No, that was a nice confession. And of course, we get the Yuki's only one line, Itami-san. I swear, that's all she says most of the time.
Itami-san.
That's it. That's how she. I bet that's how she moans it out too, but not inside. But
I can't wait. No, we never will hear her moan.
no. It's too wholesome for that.
I'm really gonna Google like deaf girl sex and see what they sound like. There's got to be a kink site somewhere that has deaf girl sex. Has to be.
But no.
Is it like two C fucking lions fucking? Like what does it sound like?
But no, really nice dates. Itami and Yuki, they get their own little inner monologues with us separated. Basically, talk about how they're going to grow together, how they want to love each other more.
Yeah.
On the other aspect,
Yep.
we see Shin hanging out around, and Emma is there.
And I love Shin's response. Shin's like, "Wow, I thought pigs would fly before you asked me out on a date."
Yep.
And she's like, "Well, they didn't fly."
Yep.
And Shin grabs her hand. But you notice her face? Her face was just full of like confusion, bewilderment, and unsure. It's literally the woman trying to take the guy out the friend zone, and her face said it was failing. I did Google the manga. They are still good. They're still good in the manga.
I think it's more of, I don't know, because again, you gotta figure like what is it, like almost 10 years or so, five. No, college students, so like 5 years.
The college students. So yeah, it's like
it was about 5 years. Basically, she was head over heels for Itsumi 5 years.
Yeah.
Tried so many times, no matter whether to get him drunk or anything like that, and nothing. All of a sudden, it's just, oh, he's dating her. Instead of trying to ruin that, I guess you'll do because you said choose me.
Lucero told me that. I wrote after the finale. I wrote Lucero to talk about this because I had nobody to talk about it with because you were recording the Dirt Sheet Radio podcast.
Yes,
man wasn't caught up, and Chris doesn't talk about much.
Yeah.
So I messaged Lucero about this, and she's like, "Yeah, Shin is her rebound." Yeah. Basically. So I Google. That's why I was prompted to Google. Like,
I guess she gets comfortable and used to it. I don't know.
Yeah, they apparently like in volume 7 they go on their date, and then like in volume 9, no, it says like volume 7 they make. I don't know what volume this stops on, but they said volume 7 they kiss for the first time, and then volume 9 they're officially together. So even at this point, they're not actually fully dating by the time this season ends in the anime, apparently.
Right.
But eventually they last long enough to date. So,
but anyway, Eva Ren, she's dating that guy. Great.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, everyone has a happy end except for Oshi, and Yuki has her passport.
Yep.
And they're crossing the train station, and she gets isekai'd. And
I was thinking that too.
I was like,
where's Train-kun?
Yes.
Train-kun.
I waited for it.
Bro, imagine that's how the show ended.
Yeah.
Train-kun.
I gave this a 4 1/4. What about you?
I'm gonna give it a flat 4.
Okay, that's fair. This is fair. Well, first, Pros, I like Itsumi. Very visually, it's very very beautiful to look at.
Yes.
I didn't like Yuki.
I thought Yuki was gorgeous.
Shut up, down. I'm saying no. Don't go wrong. She's beautiful. I'm talking about as a character.
Oh no, yeah.
No, as a character, to me, she was very bland. Like
She was.
She's basically a typical naive shoujo self-insert protagonist.
Hey,
Just
first
happens-
controversial comment. Mahiru is a better MC than fucking Yuki is.
Then who?
Than Yuki.
Oh yeah.
Starman's losing his shit right now.
No. I again, very beautiful girl and all this, but she's just a basic self-projection, self-insert character. Just with
Honestly, as much as I lived to see, like, because I appreciate Itsuomi so much. Itsuomi is literally
I love Itsumi, just not his friends.
Categorical, like, perfect boyfriend. I wanted to see more of Rin and Homeboy.
I want definitely Rin. I did want a little bit of drama, but with the Emma thing,
So did Sean, I imagine because there was so little drama with Emma not fighting for Itsuomi and like causing
it was just sad how quick after 5 years she just like, okay.
No, it's not sad. It's really fucked up that the perception is she's using Shin as a rebound.
No, but I'm saying like it's just sad that like you like really like no fighting back, no talking to Itsumi.
That's not sad because it becomes cringe and like fucking scary.
I know, but I wanted something.
I get that.
Not just okay, I let it go.
I get that.
Like girl, you've been fighting for this for like 5 years, and all of a sudden just that's all it took.
I get that.
Yeah, and of course fucking Oshi, he's just an idiot.
Yeah.
And Shin, yeah, he was kind of dumb, but at least he realized his mistakes.
Yeah.
And I love the Madoka and her aunts. I fucking love them.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Actually, just think about it. Yeah, I'm also giving it a 4 now because I'm not annoying myself.
Yeah, Matt, you just fucking knocked it down 3 places on my list. You just committed to knock it down 3 places on my 10. And spoiler alert, it made my 10, but now it's 3 places lower than where I had it.
Yeah, I think it went down a grade now. Sorry, Starman.
It's a 4. It's just a flat 4.
I will say though, the romance is nice, but I think at the same time it was more of a honeymoon phase romance.
Hey, guess what?
It's
A Silent Voice was better than this one.
I gotta think on that now.
I would take a Silent Voice.
That's the thing. It's basically it's the same. It's a Silent Voice, just less suicide and bullying.
Oh yeah. Even though she's kind of a bully, but he's not bad at like fucking what's his dick was to her.
No, right. But no, again, it was just a space again, very beautiful. It's cozy if you want that happy. It's a self-insert romance, so you get that. You will get that, especially if you seek that.
You know what I really wanted, and all jokes aside, I wanted Yuki to say, "I love you," in like her like fucked up like deaf voice. Not to,
I knew that wasn't gonna happen.
Not to laugh, but just
yeah.
That outwardly attempt of love, I think would have like done wonders. I would have squeed if she said it, like literally voiced it out loud.
I would have taken the hand gesture of "I love you" because she hasn't done that yet. She fought it.
She just I want and I love you or whatever the gesture is.
Like I want her to actually say "I love you," but you know what? I don't know if we're gonna get season 2 because again, shoujos are very rare for this, as we know. In Japan, they don't sell well. That's not the big demographic.
I would still love a season 2 of Hijeki Shoujo, right there.
Yeah. No, I would have. If we get season 2, great. If not, then it's fine for what it is. I still enjoyed it. I just wish certain characters had other stuff. Or they
know what this reminds me of? I thought about this when I was making my rankings and grades and stuff, and I was writing my reviews. I was looking at the list to see like early on. Again, this is only the first of 4 seasons, but I was thinking as we go towards annuals, this is going to be one of those shows that I ranked a 4, but there's going to be so many other like 3.5s, 3.75s that are going to be better than this 4, and it's going to go down my top 30.
I know that's the thing. Because we still got plenty of romance to come in the upcoming seasons,
and we anticipate that they won't be as pretty, but they'll be fucking more content.
Right. So we'll find out. Our last romance, Tomozaki.
I love this. Can I? May I?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
May I? Thank
Just don't be 10 minutes.
I won't be 10 minutes. I'll give you
Okay.
5.
All right. I'll count you.
All right.
I
The
have till 5, Rev.
Okay. Till 5. No. Okay. So the episode, basically, the majority of the first half
It's the play.
is the play. Everything goes lovely. All the actors in the play, they do swimmingly, but you can tell in Fuka's face there's something amiss. But you don't know this until the very end. The play goes swimmingly. The play is really, like I said, because it's so well acted, I was enthralled by the play.
Yeah, I forgot about everyone else. Like, no, it's just the play. Cool.
This
Like,
is just the play. I'm like, wow, this is fucking lovely. They act out the play lovely. The play is basically over. The lights go dim. Tomozaki raises his hands to start the clapping. The lights come back up. There's an addition to the play. In the original play that Tomozaki agreed to with Fuka, the result was that basically the little girl character in the play gets to live on her own. She gets a job. Everything is well, right? In Fuka's updated play that she did not clear with Tomozaki, it is that the little girl leaves the other two, the princess and the guy that she loved, congratulates them on their marriage and wishes them all the happiness and love and success. This breaks Tomozaki because this to him is a clear indication that Fuka rejected my feelings.
And Mimi also.
Mimi is enthralled by the play. Yeah, she is enthralled by the play, but I'll get to it. It. So as Tomozaki leaves, apparently he avoids Fuka completely. He's kind of, down on himself, but he's like, you know what? This is life. I'll dust myself off. I'll keep on going. And as he's walking dejected, Mimi comes over, just running towards him. And Mimi isn't dumb. She realizes all the symbolism of the play. Yep. The girl is Aoi, you're the guy, and the little girl is Fuka, right? Yep. Yeah. And that's not how it was supposed to be, right? Right. Okay, so then why aren't you like talking to Fuka? And Tomozaki's like, well, she rejected me. And she's like, okay, well, there's other ways to accept or reject someone besides the play. She's in the library. Go talk to her. And Tomozaki steals himself. He steals his resolve, and he's like, you're right. I'm gonna go see her. Runs away. And as he runs toward the library, we see Mimi there. Her hands are shaking, tears flowing down her face with the official confirmation of he likes Fuka. He doesn't want to be with me. And I thought they handled that rejection really well. It still sucked to see because I love Mimi. She was great. There was nothing wrong with her.
But you know what, though? She did handle it well.
And she handled it the best she could. Yeah.
But just like, oh, man.
It's not as heartbreaking as Yui and Snafu. That broke me. That broke me, bro. No, Yui and Snafu broke me.
It's like you knew, but at the same time, just hearing it, just like, fuck.
That hurt. I cried with Yui. I wanted Yui to win over fucking what's her face, Kinoshita.
Oh, I did too.
But nonetheless, so what's it called? We see Fuka staring out the window, hand on play. Tomozaki comes over. They talk about the change, and basically Fuka is just like, I just feel that you and Aoi are better off. You guys are opposites, but opposites attract. And that's why I felt like it would be best to represent you guys in that manner. But then Fuka breaks down and Fuka starts crying. And she's like, but I didn't want it this way. Like, this isn't what I wanted. She broke down and she opened herself up to Tomozaki. Tomozaki, though, I will give this. I felt a tiny bit of Ayano Koji in Tomozaki. He took advantage of the situation and used his words. Yeah. I felt a little bit of me. I have a really good habit, or bad, depending on if you're the girl, of being able to see vulnerability and be able to like turn that around to my benefit. And that's exactly what Tomozaki did. Tomozaki felt all the confidence in the world. This girl is crying because of me. She likes me. And so very confidently, but not arrogantly and not roughly, like he basically says like, no, you know what? We're opposites, right? You use your emotion or sorry, I use my emotion to craft my ideals. Oh no, it was opposite. It was the opposite. Sorry, I used my ideals to craft my emotion. No, I had it right the first time. I had it right. I had it right the first time. I used emotion to craft my ideals. That was Tomozaki.
Right.
I use emotion to craft my ideals. You're using your ideals to craft your emotion. We're opposites from that front because we have the same principle. We both want to change. We both see change. We both just have difficulties getting there. You use the opposite perspective that I do, but there's nothing wrong with either perspectives on how I'm doing and how you're doing it. And he walks over calmly, grabs her hand, confidently says, "I like you. Please go out with me." And Fuka, she wipes her tears and she's like, she's like, in essence, she's like, "You got away with words, huh?" And they're together. And so the episode continues. They have like a little bit of after credit. Me fucking gives him a little shit. Like, "You think I'm gonna like you forever?
It's
huh?"
me.
Yeah, she's like, "You think I'm gonna like you forever? You got it wrong, stupid brain." And fucking runs away.
You totally are.
Yeah, you tell her. And then basically, what's it called? We see a after credit where we see Fuka and Tomozaki in the same cafe, and we see Fuka. Actually, let me go backwards because the after credit involved Aoi and Tomozaki. Aoi first is like, "First off, congratulations. Second off, you didn't do the matching accessory quest, so you fucked up there.
So you're going to do it again."
Yeah, but see, she's like, your life is far from over. This ultimate be happy as me with life is far from over. I'm still gonna throw more challenges at you." And Tomozaki's like, "Bring it on." And so then we fast forward to the actual end.
Yeah, Fuka has a new novel.
Yep, and it's this. No, it's not new novel. It's the same novel, just the actual real final version. And when Tomozaki's like, "Okay, I'll read it and let you know," and Fuka's like, "No,
read it
you're
now.
gonna read it right now, and I'm gonna wait." So he reads it, and
the story, like, she's being demanded. I like that.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah, that's how the episode officially ends. She's like, "My girlfriend has become slightly more demanding of me," but the story is absolutely beautiful. She rewrites the end of the story, basically writes that the little girl and the boy get together, and they appreciate each other, and they have matching rose accessories, and they both tell the little girl tells the boy, "I love you." And so then Tomozaki cheekily writes back to Aoi, "Hey, matching accessory quest achieved. It's in the book." But just the principle of the story, the happiness, and then just the "I love you" aspect at the end of it,
right?
That was marvelous. I loved this season to death. I know you and Starman don't like this as much as season 1. Oh my god. I'm gonna go on a tangent when I talk about it next on 2 Mondays.
You two can argue. It's cool.
I'm gonna go on my tangent about this show, but I gave this a very, very, very strong 4.25.
I gave it 3.5. I didn't like the first half.
You're way off base.
Yeah, I just was not a fan of the first half. That dragged way too much. Like, I only cared about when they got to the play when me confessed her feelings.
I'm going to when I don't want to go on my soliloquy right now because I'm going to ruin the content for that Monday after Mania. But I will give you perspective that hopefully will like raise your grade to like at least a 3.75. I'm going to give you perspective on that.
We will see.
Maybe I get lucky and you kick it a place. Maybe.
I don't know about that.
This is pretty set where you're at, you think?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
With everyone else that I have, yeah, probably.
Okay. Fair.
Co-main events. Apothecary Diaries.
I love this.
Mostly the first few minutes, and it's just
it's
about Dokken. Yeah.
Yeah. Locken.
Yeah, Locken. Sorry.
Locken. About Dokken, huh?
Yes, but Locken, like he's feeling better, type of thing, and of course, it's the time of choose the girl you wish to purchase because that was the deal. The price depends on the girl you pick.
Yep.
And he's looking around and he recognizes Mei-Mei's body.
Yeah.
So
but not the face.
Not the face, because he still sees everyone as chess pieces or go pieces.
Even the Baba is all face.
Yep. So he still recognizes from the voice and the body. So as he's about to pick Mei-Mei, Meme says, "You could. I will be great to you. That's true, but really think about it."
And
So
opens
she
the door to the
and
city
she hears the mother's voice, and
with a
it's his.
lullaby.
Yep, and he ran to her.
And Baba's pissed off. Like, no, she is not for sale. She's a piece of shit. Don't buy her.
And he's like, I will pay whatever you want. I want her.
Because he sees her face. He
Yep.
recognizes the face, recognizes the voice. He puts go pieces in her
Like
hand.
he wants to play Go with her again.
Fearfully cries, let's play Go. And they play Go.
Yep. And she actually sees him, and she's also happy.
Yeah.
Even though she's going to die soon, now she can spend those final moments with him.
I hope he didn't pay much.
I don't think he cares.
I know he doesn't care.
I'm sure he has plenty of money. So, and with him being the strategist, he can just make it back.
I know, but I just hope he didn't pay much. That was my selfish thought. I was like, I hope he paid like, I don't know, 1,000 silver for her.
Nah.
Because they were talking about like 20,000, 30,000, 100,000.
I know, but you figure, just give a freebie because that's the woman he loves. Like, come on.
No, it's not a freebie. It's never a freebie with the baba.
I know. She wants that money. She's more of a pimp than Moolah. Fabulous Moolah.
Maybe, I don't know, like 10,000 silver max.
I would say close, a little more than that. Maybe double. Who knows?
20,000 for the fucking girl he can't fuck because she's got fucking syphilis.
I think he just wants to be there with her.
He just wants someone to play Go until she dies. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, this is be with her.
You know what I would love? You know what? Because he asked later on in the episode, we find out that he asked for 10 days leave, right? And so wouldn't that be something if he takes her to the West and somehow cures her?
Was there a cure for syphilis at that time, Ryan?
No, there was no penicillin.
Then no.
Well, actually, no, there was a cure, but you had to get it early, really, really, really early on.
Yeah, and she had it pretty
long term.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like years, yeah. Like when Mama was a kid, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, so but he goes on this thing, and doesn't someone else buy Mei?
No, someone buys one of the three princesses.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But nonetheless, because of Lacan, because of one of the princesses combined, basically they said when a court scene gets bought out, there's supposed to be a 3-day and 3-night party. Because of the momentous occasion, they did a 7-day, 7-night party.
Yep.
But Mei sent no, not Mei, the girl that got bought out sent Mama a letter that said, I want you to dance for me in the palace in celebration of me getting bought out. And so Mao gets all dressed to the nines, puts on makeup,
her beautiful outfit,
gorgeous, and then an absolutely gorgeous song plays under the nightlight. She dances. It is
animation. The animation smooth.
It is a tremendous scene. It is one of the best scenes of the season.
And of course, Jinshi sees this.
He got told that somebody was climbing.
Yeah, basically, I was told a crazy lady was going up top, and we had a suicide attempt before. So
yeah. He came over to investigate.
Again,
and he scared her that she almost fell off the fucking wall and died.
Yeah. And
but he caught
her, and she's bleeding from the leg again because she does not know when to stop.
She does not know when to stop, no.
Yep. Well, so Jinshi carries her bridal style.
Yeah, and then Mao hilariously was like,
Jinshi, like I want
there's something I want to tell you. I've been dying to tell you this. I need to tell you this.
It looks like she's about to kiss him.
Yeah.
He goes, "Where's my ox face?"
Yeah, where's my oxtails or whatever the fuck it was. And then fucking Jinshi fucking domestic violence this bitch and headbutts her.
Yep. It's like, ow.
And then Mao just laughs and is like, yep, well, I guess the best time to talk to Jinshi is when he's being a child.
Yep.
And then we get an after credit, and basically Mao gets summoned to the summoned back to the
Jinshi. And they basically go, I have a job for you that might interest you. And she's like, okay.
With a wicked smile on her face.
Yep.
And the confirmation of season 2.
Yeah, I gave this 4 3/4.
Same, but I rounded it to a 5 on Analyst.
If I had to round it, it would be 5. But yeah, there's definitely 4 3/4 or a 9 on MAL. Very good. I love this. And I'm looking forward to season 2 next year.
Yeah.
I'm happy. All right, main event time. Frieren.
That's why our girl Ubel is on the portrait, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
right. Basically, pick up where I left off. The rest of the people doing that third exam. Denkin was next.
Yep.
And basically, he thought about, I'm going to do fisticuffs with this bitch.
Yep.
Because, she didn't want Sari didn't want to pass him because he's old.
Yep.
But she's like, you're thinking about how you want to fight me right now, don't you?
Very briefly.
Yep. But that shows that there's still fire in you, so you pass. Hello, Starman, even though we're about to wrap up in a little bit.
He's caught up on Frieren, apparently.
Is he?
I hope you are.
If not, then he's going to be very spoiled.
Yeah, you're going to be very spoiled.
The next one was Ubel.
Pass.
But we didn't say anything. Do I need to?
Guess not.
Next is Land. And she's like, you fucking
She'd
kidding me?
be berated the shit out of him, first off.
She's like, you fucking kidding me? You're doing this cologne spell?
She's like, you have not once actually literally stepped foot in this town since this began.
Yeah, the first is like, no, first is the other club was like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Like, you're all the way there. You're having tea now, aren't you? He wasn't even there.
He was like fucking hundreds of miles away, sitting in a townhouse. She's like, wow.
It's like, you know what? That's still good though from that distance. You pass.
You pass.
And next was what was that white hair guy's name?
Give me a second.
Oh, let me find him.
I've got it. Not too far.
Warbell. Yeah, Warbell.
Warbell. Okay.
Yeah. He's next. As they basically what do you see magic for? Even though he protects people and all this.
Siri's like, I've heard everybody's heard about you. You're the Supreme Commander of the North. Da, 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 da. She's like, what's your favorite spell? And he's like, he's like, magic is for killing. I don't have a spell I like or dislike.
You pass.
Good, you pass.
Yes. Unlike fucking Frieren and Third, they don't do that.
No, instead, I'm going to skip ahead because Frieren ends up getting banned for 1,000 years from entering any fucking administrative fucking building.
Also, the last one, Method, he's like, what do you think of me when you see me? Small and cute. Pass.
You pass. At first, like, what the fuck is up with these guys? But then she goes to Siri goes to what's her face? Sense, and was like, you know what? I apologize. This is a buffer year for first class mages.
I was like, this is like I just love these random stuff as to.
But no, because Frieren likes flowers, which, by the way, I loved her response. Because basically, as we progress along, people commented about how she didn't pass, and she's like, well, she's always been a child. And then we get a flashback to as Frieren's walking away. She's like, one more thing. She's like, you like those flowers? Yeah? Guess what? Those were made by magic, bitch. And that was my sensei's favorite. And then Sense is like, or not Sense, Siri. Siri was like, oh, Flam never did live up to my expectations. She was a failure. She's like, none of the mages that I've taken on in my life have ever lived up to my expectations or my success. But I don't ever regret taking any of them on. And Frieren's like, cool story, bitch. And walks away.
Yep. And that's where she is banned for the 1,000 years, so she cannot
attend Fern's fucking
that dark elf was a menace, the mad mage.
Dark elf? You talking about Sense? Or
are you talking about Dungeon? I think he's behind.
He might be.
Yeah, that's the dark elf in the Blizzard Dungeon. Yeah, okay. Anyway, as the ceremony is happening, she can join Fern in this. Learning, I believe, yes.
Yeah.
The apprentice goes to confront Frieren.
Not the apprentice, but the oldest first class mage that's there.
Yeah. Otherwise, he's also the apprentice, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And basically, yep, she'll acknowledge me.
Yep.
And he does the magic, gets a cut on her.
A pretty deep one.
Yeah. And of course, Frieren is too strong for him. He's like, you could just tell her. It's just,
I don't know if she was too strong. I think it would have been a competitive battle, but she would have won.
that's the thing that we find out that she's basically the weakest elf because she's had no proper training or anything.
No, her only thing was the Demon King battle.
Yep.
Literally, because learning was like, if I was alive during that time, I would have fucking gone down in history.
Yep. Pretty
Maybe. But then, like, yeah, so as she walks away one more time, she fucking throws a shot at Siri. They're like, can't even tell your students that you appreciate them. What a fucking child.
Yeah.
She didn't say the F word, but she might as well have.
Yep. And of course, hold on. We are wild for this pick. I just saw that comment.
That must have come from the group. Let me see.
It says Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, it must have come from the group.
I can't believe I saw it. I can't believe I found it just now.
When was this?
8:30.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it popped up like not too long ago.
That's odd.
Yeah.
Let me see.
It's gotta be on the check the group chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to the damn group chat first off.
Okay.
Shortcuts, groups.
I got it.
Cake.
Yep. It's the Starman. Damn right.
God dang right, boy. I tell you what.
But and of course, Fern and Stark, they go see her. She's like, "What'd you do for you?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just a cut. It's fine.
Yeah. And then we get just a nice final scene, basically. Stark, Fern, the chick that's always with Denkin, and Denkin, they sit down, have sweets. And Denkin admits, basically, like, Frieren's the only reason why I became a mage. It's like, oh, you should tell her that. I will.
Yeah, because now... Yeah, we never saw him after that. And basically, now that he's a first-class mage, he can actually go see his wife in the grave again.
Yep. And then same thing with Weirbell. Weirbell's going to go back to his hometown in the north and defend it.
Yep. And, of course, Frieren, Fern, and Stark, they are going.
Yep.
They're going north. They're finally going to pass because Fern's a first-class mage.
Yeah.
Ubel is following land.
Yeah. Lorraine and Kane come over and thank fucking Frieren. And they're like, we're going to take the test in 3 more years. And Frieren's like, cool story, bro. Kept walking.
Yeah. Well, I hope we see him again. And of course, she asked Fern, so what spell did you get from Siri?
Smell my clothes.
Yeah, basically, it's an important spell. Doing laundry with magic.
And Siri was not happy to give me the fucking the grimoire.
And he's like, that's my student.
Yeah, useless spell.
Yes, you're learning from me. They venture north. We get the credits, and the journey to end continues. I give it a 5. I love it. Everyone knows I love it. I talk about it in the group.
Yeah.
And that's the only time we do the group chat for Frieren Friday to share pictures. We haven't done that for any other show, just for
Yeah. We should have done fucking Tales Tuesday.
No.
Fucking Opie Picks. No. NSFW Day.
No. It probably would have been Gushing Wednesday if we all watched it.
I didn't watch it.
I'm glad we don't, because we would have been arrested.
Oh, God.
It's like you watch it, but you can't talk about it.
It's your guilty pleasure. I get it.
But no, thankfully, I didn't watch it. I've seen clips. I've seen enough. I'm good.
True.
But no, it's 5.
Yeah, it's a 5.
No, it's no contest, no discussion. End of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I love it. We'll get to the rest of this stuff. Closing thoughts on all these various finales.
Thank God this season's over, and I'm not looking forward to spring. I've got 25 anime. What the fuck am I doing, man?
What? Did you pick up 4 more? When?
No. Am I Chris? Do I look like Chris?
No. Because you said you had 21. And where'd the other 4 come from?
2 of them are reiterations, I think. 2 of them are reiterations.
Okay. Fuck.
I picked up 2 more to make it 25.
What'd
I
you
need to
pick?
cut 5.
What'd you pick?
I could scroll if you give me a
It's like, what'd you pick?
now. I picked this up like 2 weeks ago, something like that. 2 weeks.
Oh
Where's my plan to watch? I wish there was a way I could filter it by plan watch. Plan watch.
Did you pick up Kaiju?
I picked that up earlier.
Okay. Loser Rangers.
There we go. Plan. I found the plans. I think plan. Nope, that's the this in there. Plan to watch. Nope, those are these. Still going. God dang it! What did I pick up? Plans. Yeah, I did. No, I'm sorry. I picked up Kaiju, and I picked up Misfit Core 2, and I picked up the I had voice actor radio and the yaoi anime.
I thought you were watching those. Yeah, you had those already.
I picked those up 4 weeks ago. As I scrolled through the list to see what else I've picked up, the next things I picked up were the season 2s of shit that like is basically debuting. Actually, no, wait. No, these are ones I picked up. I picked up what the fuck is this? The second season of Apothecaries. Yeah, this is all stuff. No, those are the last ones that I picked up that are part of next season. But yeah, now my number is 25, dude.
Have fun with that.
No, I'm cutting. I gotta cut 5. I have to cut 5 somehow.
Well, thankfully, Ninja Kamui will end before Academia and Demon Slayer starts, because those are in May.
So will Sandland.
Yep, Sandland will be done. Trying to think what else. Grimm's been 6 episode binge for me, so that's easy.
Yeah, no, Ninja's not. I have Tsukimichi as my returning. That's my returning. My one returning one, Tsukimichi.
Well, hopefully some of these bomb for you.
I'm praying to God, dude. I am praying.
But guys, with that, the cafe is closed. We'll be back Wednesday. Talk about the Rascal double feature, the finales of Sengoku Yoku, Soul Leveling, Dangers in My Heart, Metallic Rouge, and I think you have Rise of the Crimson as a finale.
Yes, and Tsukimichi episode 13.
Okay, we got those. You can follow me on Twitter at DamonPhoenix12. You can follow him on Twitter at Showstopper24 and follow his Instagram at AnimeDaisuke24. Follow mine at Vincent Evergarden Cosplay. Follow our fan at Otalku Cafe Anime. We have a link tree for where listening to your favorite podcasts. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon. You can find the replay on YouTube if you want a video or just an audio on YouTube. I'm sure it'll be on there. Or Twitch, where you can find us on Twix.
Twinks? What?
Twix. If you want more of me, I also have wrestling content for a Dershi video, doing a TNA Impact every Thursday. And I'll do the occasional pay-per-views of TNA, AEW, and WWE. We want to thank Sean, our editor, and we want to thank W2 Network and Chairshot Radio for hosting us on their platforms. Follow them at W2 Network and at Chairshot Media. Always use your head, and we'll see you guys Wednesday. Oyasumi, good night.
Sayonara, minasan!
Bye.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame. Goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that that I hear your voice, but it's your choice. I can't keep you here forever. Just promise me that you'll come back.